for high school football in 2023 is right here at Beaver County Radio.
10-5 touchdown! You better believe it!
Coverage of 2023 high school football is being brought to you by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky and White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lipp, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, A.K. Nahas Furniture Gallery, Tri-County McDonald's, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com. Now let's head to the A.K. Nahas Furniture Gallery broadcast booth for coverage of tonight's game.
And good evening, I'm Robert Mangino from Reeves Field, a capacity 6,000. Will they fill it tonight? Maybe for homecoming, as the Beaver Falls Tigers at 3-4 overall, 2-2 in the 2A Midwestern Conference, host the Ellwood City Wolverines. They're 4-3 overall, 2-2 in the Midwestern Conference. It seems to be, as been reported throughout the course of the week, that this is a must-win game. The interesting backstories here when it comes to Beaver Falls: Nick Nardone, the head coach, has been a coach now for 7 years. He's looking to become the only Beaver Falls coach with 2 WPIAL titles. He won one 3 years ago, back-to-back return trips to Acrisure Stadium, coming up short both of those years. On the flip side of things, you have Dan Bradley. He has been successful at Ulsh and Stowe Rocks. In fact, a 49-19 record at Ulsh. 6 years. He reached the playoffs every year and won a WPIAL Class A title back in 2018 and was the WPIAL runner-up in 21 with me, Bruce Fry. Bruce, this has the potential of being a really great matchup tonight.
Well, it certainly is. It's motivated by, we're in October. I'll use the word desperation. Both of these teams have to win the game real quickly to look at the standings. And the Shannick and Mohawk both undefeated at 4-1, then Western at 3-1. Well, guess what that means? That means these two teams at 2-2 are effectively fighting for the 4th playoff spot.
And a difficult road ahead, more difficult for Ellwood City than for Beaver Falls. 2 of their losses to Neshannock and Mohawk, who are already at the top of the conference. Really close games, including one that was just so disappointing for the Tigers. They were up 12-7 in the 4th quarter, gave up 2 late touchdowns. And one of the things that I heard from Coach Nardone earlier this week was they have to figure out a way of learning to finish games.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. And, I'm sure you're going to get to it in a moment, though. Beaver Falls apparently will be shorthanded for this matchup tonight as well.
We will get to that, too. On the flip side of things, okay, here's how the schedule looks moving forward, as Bruce was talking about how important this game is. Coming up next for Beaver Falls, after this game with Ellwood City, they have Freedom, and then they're at Western Beaver. Freedom is 2-5. Western Beaver is sitting at 3-3. But for Ellwood City, Bruce, you're looking at Neshannock, 6-1, 4-0, and then they have Riverside. So a really tough matchup, and one that they're expecting to win to wrap up the season.
And again, I should amend myself. These teams are fighting for the 4th spot, but in the MAC, typically 5 teams reach the playoffs because it's an 8-team conference. But the idea is not only are you trying to win and get these playoff spots, but you're trying to enter the final phase of October with a little bit of momentum. So that's why this game's important for both sides.
We've called Beaver Falls games. This is now the 3rd time. 2 of the CCBC players of the game that we had in previous games are not going to be playing tonight. Samari McCoy, the outstanding offensive lineman that was a co-lineman of the year last year, he's out. He's been hurt since the Neshannock game. We are also getting reports that Detalion Buford, who was the player of the game when they took on New Brighton, he is out this game. And then there's another individual that is out today. Their starting quarterback, Deshaun Anderson. There are a lot of holes for Nardone to be able to fill tonight.
Right, and the starting lineup we're presented has two starters. We said way back when, in August, in week 0 when they played Blackhawk, that they were auditioning essentially 3 quarterbacks. So with Anderson out of the mix, now we see Gary Pugh and Caden Brickner as the leading people for that spot. It's pointless for us to guess. All we can do is look out at kickoff and see what happens.
Right. Anticipate that P.D. Pugh, if he's not playing quarterback, he'll be back at his wide receiver spot. If Caden Brickner is not a quarterback, more than likely he'll be watching from the sideline. Defensively, there's an impact as well, because not only is Samari McCoy just so important on the offensive line to get that running game going and to protect the quarterback, he's a key player to stabilize that defense, too.
Oh, no question about it. And when you have a running back like Elijah Palmer McCain of Ellwood, who is averaging 160 whatever it is a game, I mean, you go on some of these max preps, he's number 9 in Pennsylvania, he's number 3 in the WP, whatever. I mean, he's rushed for a lot of yards. What Beaver Falls has to do is follow the Mohawk plan. The Mohawk plan is to hang on to the football and don't let Ellwood City possess it. In that game, Palmer McCain had 11 rushes for 38 yards, by far his lowest stats of the year.
He is hoping to repeat what he did last week against New Brighton, where he rushed for 285 yards and 4 touchdowns. Chris Smiley, their quarterback, had a remarkable day too. 14 of 19, 275, 5 touchdowns.
Right, but obviously, New Brighton and Beaver Falls are different squads.
They sure
but
are.
The idea is, if you're Beaver Falls, you want to hang on to the football and run some time of possession. So it's an interesting matchup. I'm not going to lie to you. When Frank Sparks handed me this schedule in July or whenever, I looked at October 13th, Friday the 13th, and said, Ellwood at Beaver Falls, I'm not so sure. But Ellwood's taken great strides, and I'm looking for a competitive game tonight here at Reeves.
Yeah, there's something about Dan Bradley and his ability to go to programs and turn those programs around. The latest one that he is enthralled by is what's happening at Ellwood City. We'll see what he's able to do tonight. Coming up in the next couple of minutes, we will hear from both Coach Dan Bradley and from Coach Nick Nardone. Coming up, it is once again the Beaver County Career and Technology Center pregame show. We're broadcasting from the A.K. Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth. I'm Robert Mangino, Bruce Fry, Mike Azzadio on the sideline. We'll check with him coming up a little bit later right here on Beaver County Radio.
If you're a parent that's already watched plenty of youth baseball or soccer games, you know the value of teamwork. Whether it's the team on the field or your team of family members at home, strengthening that group can pay off in many ways. Keystone Wellness Programs is offering their free Strengthening Families program in Beaver County for families of children ages 10 to 14. Learn how to increase family bonding and communications, all while having fun together. Visit KeystoneWellnessPrograms.org for details.
In order to call the right play, you have to be able to communicate. Dental hygiene not only affects appearance and eating habits, it can also have an impact on your ability to speak clearly. Dr. C. Timothy Lip wants you to keep your teeth in the game, and he has a playbook designed for success so that you can call the right play or even call an audible. Get suited up for a win, or at least a winning smile, by joining Dr. C. Timothy Lip's team in Beaver Falls or Robinson Township. Visit lipdentistry.com.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
When accidents and injuries happen, you need the experience and insight of the legal team at Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George. Since 1934, they've been committed to the physical and financial recovery of personal injury victims. Why choose the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George? Attorney Larry Kelly explains.
First of all, we've been AV rated by Martindale Hobble. the highest rating you can get for legal ability and ethics, and that comes from our peers. We have board-certified civil trial specialists, which is like another bar exam. Would you go to a doctor who is not board-certified? Probably not. I've always said, and I tell my daughters, I have 3 daughters who are attorneys. Those in the profession know. The lawyers of LGKG have the respect of our peers, and that's all I ever cared about.
For your free initial consultation, call the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George at 724-658-8535 or online at lgkg.com. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George, keeping promises for over 80 years.
The pregame show will set the stage for the upcoming game coverage. A pre-career start at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center can set up your high school student for life. I'm Vince Crateri, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center with great news. There is still time for this school year in some of our top earning career training programs, but you must act now. Have your child or grandchild see their school counselor today. Hurry, classroom space is limited, and these prime opportunities are on a first-come, first-served basis. Let the Beaver County CTC open doors for you in the game of life. Click bcctc.org.
You're listening to 2023 high school football coverage on Beaver County Radio. This game is being brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky & White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com.
From the AK Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth, it's the Beaver County Career and Technology Center pregame show. I am here with Coach Dan Bradley of the 4-3 Ellwood City Wolverines. And Coach, it seems as though you have an attraction to programs, we'll call it struggling, if you will, whether it is Olsh or Stowe Rocks and now Ellwood City. What is it about these programs that draws you to them?
I don't know if there's any one thing that, draws me to it. I think it's just, time ready for me to move on, and those are the places that are open. And, luckily, I've been able to find places that would welcome me in, and we've been able to do some positive things at these places.
And what do you see in this team that attracted you so much to want to coach Ellwood City?
Ellwood City had some things that I haven't had any other program. They have a on-site facility, locker room, youth program, and those are some of the things that I did not have at some of my other stops.
When you look at the game last week, you put up some pretty amazing numbers, not only as a team, but also individual performances with Smiley and with McCain. What did last week's game tell you?
Well, it tells me that we're moving in the right direction offensively. And both of those guys had their success because of our play up front with our linemen. They've been a solid group that's been getting better every week. And on the other side of the ball, it shows that we still have work to do.
What did you work on this week then?
Just communication, being on the same page defensively, working on individual techniques, playing the ball in the air, tackling, fundamentals, back to the fundamentals in order to get better.
Looking at this Beaver Falls team, they are at 3-4. Their wins have been convincing. Their losses have been really close. How well do you see your team matching up against Beaver Falls?
Well, they're a very good team. They've lost some tough games, kind of made some mistakes that hurt them in their losses. But they're truly, a well-balanced team. They have great size up front, veteran players, and they've got a bunch of athletes in the back end on both offensively and defensively that provide big play opportunities for them.
So as a result of all of that, what do you have to do to win tonight's game?
But first of all, we can't turn the ball over. We've got to be able to sustain drives and not give up the big play. Force them into some longer drives, make them work for it, and not give in to them and give up the big play.
Booth. Coming up in a moment, we will hear from Beaver Falls Tigers head coach Nick Nardone.
This football season, don't pass on McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Honest sales and 7 days a week emergency service have made them tops in their game for over 60 years. That's how long families just like yours have been relying on McGee for all their heating and cooling needs. Get ready now for the cooler days ahead and call McGee today at 724-375-7112. Serving the Beaver Valley, including Aliquippa, Monaca, Hopewell, and Center Township. McGee Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated, Main Street, Aliquippa. Good luck to all the teams who visit the Gridiron this season from McGee Heating and Air Conditioning.
The award-winning Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston provides a delicious family dining experience. Grand Valley Inn is a great place for a party or event. They have banquet rooms for small and large gatherings. Fish and Friday night football go great together in Beaver County. The Grand Valley Inn has great fish and seafood specials on Fridays, live music on the weekends through October, and trivia night on Thursdays. Follow Grand Valley Inn on Facebook to keep up with all the fun. That's Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston.
Listening to live sports on the radio in Beaver County is a tradition. This is Craig Fontana from Moon Township Ford, and I ought to know. My dad, Bill Fontana, has called games for over 50 years. Beaver County people know a good call when they hear one, and the best call you can make is to buy your next new or used vehicle at Moon Township Ford. Click moontownshipford.net or visit Moon Township Ford on University Boulevard.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Spotlight your future this fall at Community College of Beaver County. By attending our admissions showcases, you'll explore campus, talk one-on-one with professors, discover career and transfer-ready programs, and even enroll on the spot. Join us October 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Aviation Sciences Center in Chippewa to learn more about piloting, air traffic control, aerospace management, and the Aviation High School Academy. RSVP now at ccbc.edu/showcases.
It's time to kick off the Flex Steel Fall Gallery Sale at AK Nahas. Get the comfort, quality, and style you want and save up to 20% off all Flex Steel furniture. Handcrafted for long-lasting beauty and comfort, choose from over 60 Flex Steel styles, the largest selection in Western Pennsylvania. Save up to 20% off Flex Steel, get 12-month special financing, and free local delivery. The Fall Gallery Sale only at AK Nahas, appliance, furniture, mattress, and TV. You'll do okay with AK.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
And I'm a Beaver believer.
But I'm the biggest Baba Beaver believer.
All right, man. You got me.
Be a Beaver believer in a new Nissan. Get a new $59 a month or a new Ultima Premium $59 a month. Plus guaranteed credit approval and the best certified pre-owned warranty.
Stop in and become a Baba Beaver believer like me.
And me.
At Beaver County Auto.
From the AK Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
From the AK Nahas. Let's check in with Mike Azadian on the sidelines. Mike, are you there?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Can hear you fine.
Hey, I just talked to Dwight Collins. Bruce knows him, legend here in Beaver County, and he said, watch. We are ready to play tonight. Watch the kids. They're fired up, and they're ready to. What's up? You had a question? Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, Beaver Falls ready to play tonight. We'll find out. Ellwood City, just a big game. Ellwood needs to win this and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, Dwight ought to know, so we'll take his word for it.
Yep. He didn't mention your name, though, Bruce. He didn't say anything about you.
He will sooner or later, but it's good to see Dwight, and it's always a pleasure.
No doubt. Well, anyway, we'll do the best we can to get halftime interviews with coaches and players of the game. See the game after the game.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mike. Do appreciate that. Bruce, one more thought, if you would, before we take a little pause before kickoff regarding tonight's game.
Again, to me, it's going to be a close contest. I believe the thing that's, Ellwood scored 62 points a week ago, so they have offensive capabilities, as does BF, and we look forward to the game. No question about it. I can hardly wait.
Coming back with the kickoff in just a moment from Reeves Field on Beaver County Radio.
In Beaver County, there are many great stories to tell. One such worthy story is that of the Drug-Free Community Support Program. Now in its 4th year of serving Aliquippa, the project has enjoyed great success through in-school interaction, education, raising awareness, and data analysis. The Drug-Free Community Support Program in Aliquippa has a mission to help local youth make better decisions regarding alcohol and drug use. For more information or to find out how you can get involved, visit Drug Free Aliquippa on Facebook.
Copico's Pizza on the corner of 3rd and 8th Street in New Brighton uses the best ingredients in Beaver County. That's Kopickos. Copico's, where you can dine in, take out, or order online. Copico's has great lunch specials on junior pizzas, burgers and fries, Italian hoagies, and fish and chicken sandwiches. Copico's makes their own dough and unique sauce from scratch daily. Get 25% off wings with any pizza order at Copicos.com. That's Copico's Pizza in New Brighton, a taste above the rest.
Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but winning is all in the game when you shop for a used car at the Beaver Valley Auto Mall. Because the Beaver Valley Auto Mall believes that the experience of buying a used car should be an exciting and simple process. When you're looking for a used car near the Beaver Valley area, look no further than the inventory of cars and trucks and SUVs at the Beaver Valley Auto Mall. Stop in today and see their incredible selection. You'll find all the help you need or click BeaverValleyCars.com. Beaver Valley Auto Mall, near the mall in Center Township.
That wraps up the Beaver County Career and Technology Center pregame show on Beaver County Radio from the AK Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth. We are getting ready for the kickoff between the Ellwood City Wolverines and the Beaver Falls Tigers. Kicking off for Ellwood City from left to right, Caitlin Kreitzer. Caitlin is on the ladies' soccer team, and she is the kicker for the Wolverines. Short kick bounces at the 20, picked up. Breaking over the middle, immediately taken down by number 13. He is going to be one we're going to call all night long, Caden Docchio. He leads the team in tackles, 58 total, 17 of them bruised for loss.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, though. Even though he's only a junior, he has played a lot of snaps for the Wolverines. We should note for our astute listeners, Ellwood won the toss but deferred, so they'll get it to start period number 3. Now we're looking for BF's offense, and this is an interesting situation. Who heads out of the huddle for the Tigers?
Yeah, will it be Petey Pugh, number 1, or Caden Brickner, number 10? Deshaun Anderson is not suited up for this evening.
It looks like neither. It looks like a direct snap. It looks like a wildcat.
We're going wildcat to start things off. Run over the left-hand side, looking for the edge. Out past the 25 to the 30, looking for the 35, and knocked out of bounds. Number 4 on the play, Zashawn McKelvey. He is one we'll be calling a lot tonight. He'll be spelling bricks raw and playing wide receiver this evening.
Yeah, but it certainly looks like they think enough of this young man to give him a direct snap to start the game. We've talked about him before. He's a member of their 4x100 relay team, and I believe also 4x4. So they're leaving him in for another play after that pickup on first down.
1st and 10 from the 34. They're going from right to left. They're on the near hash mark, and they're all in tight. Difficult to tell who it is that's taking the snap once again.
It
looks
McKelvey
as though
again.
It's McKelvey.
No, he's not actually. It winds up being Raw.
And there's a loose ball fumble. Does Beaver Falls have it? We're not sure. Ellwood City is saying they have it. Referees are just signaling a down play. and they're marking the ball at the 43-yard line. So a fumble and a pickup of a few more yards on first down, setting up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, we're looking at a jersey 23, which I don't see on the BF roster.
I don't have a 23 on the BF roster
we're
either.
Gonna work
Potentially
on that.
It was an 8, and it ended up being Bricks Raw at 28. But we'll continue to monitor that. Once again, direct snap to the running back. Up over the left-hand side, out to the 50, midfield, and they are at midfield. That is number 23 for Beaver Falls, but once again, there isn't a number 23 that I'm seeing on this roster at this point. However, 2 direct snaps to him, and he was able to pick up a couple of good yards on each play. Now it is 1st and 10 from midfield. Once again, Beaver Falls lining up on the near hash mark. We're not running with any quarterback at all at this point. Caden Brickner nor Petey Pugh, who were the starting quarterbacks supposedly for this evening. Any clarity on who number 23 is?
It apparently is Bricks Raw. I'm looking at the sideline for a 28. There is none. So it looks like it was a jersey change. And from a schematic situation, it's not like they're going to bring somebody in off the street and suit him up. So I believe that it's Raw, and the PA announcer agrees.
All right, we're at the 45-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards on the play. Once again, direct snap right to Bricks Raw. And a little surprising that we're not seeing anybody a quarterback at this point.
Well, we're here to report on what we see, and that's the situation we can tell our listeners is that they're going with direct snaps, but neither Pugh nor Brickner has seen the pitch tonight.
Now it looks as though that maybe one of them is in at quarterback. Still not. Looks as though it's a direct snap to McKelvey this time. Gets it up over the 40-yard line, inside the 40 down to the 39. Once again, run over the left-hand side. That seems to be where they like to be able to run most, even though Samari McCoy is not there. What they've done is move Tarek Milner from his right tackle position over to left tackle, and Damiano Sims from left guard to right tackle. They're set up tight once again, real tight formation. Direct snap, 3 running backs in front of him, able to get past a blitzing linebacker from Wolverines, and he's able to spin over the left-hand side all the way out to near the 23-yard line. Great move so far, and they are all running to the left-hand side. Every one of them a direct snap, and Bruce, we still have not seen somebody play traditional quarterback, whether it be Caden Brickner or Petey Pugh.
Well, Yogi, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, they're marching down the field, and we talked about the Mohawk approach. That keeps Palmer McCain off the field offensively, and that's what Mohawk did. Again, you run enough plays, and particularly we should also tell our listeners we haven't seen the ball in the air either.
Bricks Raw now deep in the wildcat position. Man in motion, looks as though he's going to throw, double coverage, incomplete pass down around the 5-yard line.
Yes, so they were at least looking in that vicinity. They were trying to make plays, and but the pass did have a little bit of lob to it. It would have been a tough reception for Christian Dawkins, but it does let Ellwood City know that BF can throw the football, or will elect to from time to time.
Sean McKelvey in the Wildcat once again. He has 2 running backs on his left-hand side, man in motion from the right to the left. High snap, is able to corral it, runs over the right-hand side, makes a few men miss, gets all the way down to the 16-yard line. 4 different Wolverines were able to get to him, but he was able to dart and move, avoid those tackles, and make really good yardage on a second down.
The oldest, in basketball they tell you can't teach height. In football they tell you can't teach speed. McKelvey has plenty of it. The ball got away from him. It was hiked beyond him. The bounce was favorable. He was able to pick it up right around his knees, and he just took off, leaving the 4 defenders that you mentioned in his wake. Now for the first time, Brickner is in the contest as a quarterback. So we'll see. He is directly under center, at least for now.
Bricks Raw is deep in the backfield. Broken eye. Takes the handoff of the left-hand side. Hits into another man, 1 man to second man, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Beaver Falls Tigers He was not going to be denied. As soon as he saw that man from Ellwood City, he immediately dropped his shoulder, ran into him, broke that tackle, and they ran into another man at the goal line, and then finally into the end zone. 6-0 Beaver Falls over Ellwood City.
16-yard touchdown run for Rawl. Now we'll see how the extra point goes. Beaver Falls has gone for 2, at least a lot in the game. When we saw them in New Brighton, they typically went for 2.
They've been going for 2 a lot throughout the course of the season. Very few kicked extra point attempts. Handoff once again to Bricks Rawl. He's able to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion untouched. Nobody even close to him. That flag football play that you talk about sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody will have yanked his flag. And again, Jacob Jesseman, a big guy, number 77 out there, he certainly was helped blasting that hole. It's pretty much called a blast 21, where you blast it right to the inside. Beaver Falls bench very excited right now. They drive the field, no completed passes, only 1 attempted pass. That you can call power football.
Yes, Mike Azadian on the sideline. Mike is as surprised as we were that so many snaps were taken by running backs and wide receivers, and it wasn't until late in the drive that a quarterback decided to get under center.
Well, you're right about that. I did have a chance. I was going to let you guys know. I talked to Samari McCoy, fractured foot. Oh. He says he's going to be ready in 4 weeks, so he should be ready for the playoffs. I just got done talking to him. I know how much both of you guys love the way he plays.
Oh, he's absolutely fantastic. You can't help but just be impressed with every time he's out in a play, whether it's on offense or defense, the way he's just a part of dominating the line of scrimmage.
If he says he's going to be back in 4 weeks, that definitely means playoffs. It's actually the second round.
Number 16, Nate Toney with the kickoff. Is it a short kick? Picked up at the 23-yard line. Run over the left-hand side out to about the 35. The Wolverines 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line to get things started here.
Yes, so this will be our first look at the highly regarded running back, Elijah Palmer McCain, a hyphenated last name, McCain, M-C-C-A-N-E, out of Ellwood City. Already over 1,000 yards rushing for the season.
Picking up 6.2 per carry. We'll see what he's able to do today. He's also led by Chris Smiley, a quarterback who is pretty impressive in his own right. Huge week last week we told you about with 5 touchdowns. He does have a total of 12 on the season. Run up the middle for about a yard or 2 on a dive play. Gets out to about the 36-yard line.
Yep,
does Elijah Palmer McClain, and that's about it.
Yeah, his average just went down there, that's for sure. Beaver Falls with its stout defense. And again, the man on the inside is Jesseman, Jacob Jesseman, wearing 77. Although they do sub in for him, they're apparently anticipating an Ellwood pass.
Ellwood City, shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers, getting back the pass, looking over to his right-hand side, finds a man, incomplete pass over the middle around the 46-yard line. He was looking for number 5, Dalen Curry, not able to complete that, setting up a 3rd and 8.
Smiley is a left-handed passer. The ball's on the left hash mark. He dropped back there, never really showed any movement in the pocket. He had a designated receiver, but the pass just did not connect.
Once again, 3rd and 8 from their own 37-yard line. Far hash mark, moving left to right. Shotgun, takes a snap, looking down the middle, has a man wide open, got him. Down to hash marks, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Ellwood City Wolverines. It was a completion. Chris Smiley to Dalen Curry. Couldn't have been more wide open than he was on that play.
63 yards. But see, the thing is, Beaver Falls substituted late. I'm not sure that they were set defensively. The middle of the field was absolutely wide open for a 67-yard bomb. And again, that was I would label that about half and half. I'd say that was 30-some yards in the air and then 30-some yards on the run. Another flag football touchdown. Nobody anywhere near the guy.
Ellwood City is normally one that would go for the extra point, but because Beaver Falls converted, they're going to try to convert 2. Incomplete pass on that. So it sets up 8-6 Beaver Falls over Ellwood City.
Curry was open. The pass just wasn't there as he ran a post pattern. at Ellwood City, as we like to say, is heading towards downtown Beaver Falls here at Geneva at Reeves Field.
7:17 in the first quarter. Beaver Falls over Ellwood City, 8-6. Back with more on Beaver County Radio.
A Beaver County high school football season is here. Players protect that beautiful smile with a visit to your hometown dentist, Dr. Peter Montini and his team at St. Barnabas Dental. While tackling tooth decay is number one in the game plan, Dr. Montini offers a wide array of services, including custom-fitted athletic mouth guards, clear aligner orthodontics, virtually painless injections, and same-day crowns. Call or text 724-495-3350 to schedule your appointment today. St. Barnabas Dental in Beaver, creating beautiful smiles for life.
So, Bruce, Beaver Falls took their time on a long drive, just about all run plays in order to score their touchdown. Ellwood City, it took them 3 plays in order to score their own touchdown. So it's 8-6, Beaver Falls over Ellwood City, 7:17 to go, kickoff. Muff kickoff. Finally, the receiver was able to gather it up and then immediately tackled at the 26-yard line. So now it's Beaver Falls 1st and 10 from their own 26.
Well, yeah, what we're seeing is Ellwood's kicker, Kreitzer, just does not kick it that deep. So Beaver Falls might want to start pinching up a little bit on the return unit. But Mangino, my belief is that Beaver Falls has not made adjustments yet to the fact that Buford and Anderson aren't out there defensively. I think they're going to have to make some adjustments in the secondary, and certainly Coach Dan Bradley of Ellwood is aware of that. He'll continue to exploit. Brickner now again under center.
So they're going to the traditional formation with the quarterback, handoff to Bricks Roll over the right-hand side, able to get 1, maybe 2 yards on the play out to the 29, and then immediately then pushed back by the Wolverines. When it comes to the defense for Ellwood City, however, in talking to Coach Nardone, they do have Harris, Mulroy, Pugh, and McKelvey, who are the traditional forward back. It's really about what's happening at linebacker. That may have been the biggest issue there, and having the middle just be so wide open.
The other thing Beaver Falls doing is they're using Damiano Sims at 5'5", 185 as a wing back, but as a lead blocker on a lot of these running plays. They're just sending him right through the hole.
Beaver Falls up tight, real tight. Everybody in close, handoff on a dive play up the middle out to the 31-yard line, sets up a 3rd and what looks to be 6 yards.
Well, the reality of it is Ellwood City is up on the line of scrimmage. They're anticipating runs, and they were right there. That time was Ryder Grinnan at 6'1", 190, wearing jersey 72, who made the stop for Ellwood, assisted certainly by Evan Tweddle at 5'11", 230. 72, 70, and 3 are the bookends you can see on your screen right over the football on our video scene.
Beaver Falls taking the snap. Petey Pugh has it, running over the left-hand side. Immediately caught in the backfield, able to jump forward for maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage and no more, setting up a 4th down play.
It's still McKelvey. McKelvey has the football. That's who carried the ball. They have a lot of faith in him, but Ellwood City's a well-coached team. They're making adjustments, and now they have a lot of guys at the line. They're hovering at the line of scrimmage, almost waiting for the run to come.
Beaver Falls set up in punt formation. Looks as though it's McKelvey that is set back, and there's a flag on the play waiting for the officials to give us the word. If Beaver Falls does nothing more than run the ball, you're going to make it to where Ellwood City just puts 7, 8, 9 guys in the box, and you're hoping that your guys on the Beaver Falls side are able to dominate the line of scrimmage. You got to give them a little bit more than that, don't you?
Yeah, their immediate concerns to get this punt away. Beaver Falls isn't used to punting that much, and McKelvey is going to have to do the job here.
And Ellwood City has a returner back only at the 50, pedaling back to the 40-yard line. Calls for a fair catch, muffs it, recovered. It looks as though Ellwood City may have it.
Yeah, BF
no sign yet from the officials.
BF had every opportunity to pick that thing up, but Ellwood ultimately gets it. We'll look at our replay here. The way I saw it, 2 Beaver Falls guys knocked each other out of the way when they went for the pickup. Here's the fumble. Right here, it's between 2 black shirts, and it slitters away. Ellwood picks it up.
They get it 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Ellwood City players just surprised that they didn't recover that fumble, but it's now on to the next play. Ellwood City in the shotgun formation. Chris Smiley, wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back to his hip, back to pass, looking over to his left, finds his man, outlet out to about the 47-yard line. Quick little dump to Elijah Palmer McCain.
Yeah, Denari Harris coming up out of the secondary. He's listed at 5'6", 130. That is an absolutely brilliant open field tackle. And again, that's just not easy to do when somebody like Palmer McCain gets it out in space to just come in and level him. That's just a tremendous play.
Smiley, shotgun, running backs both sides, hands it off to the left-hand side to McCain. Palmer McCain is able to pick up maybe a yard out to about the 48-yard line.
Rawl blasts him. Rawl just absolutely crushes him. And he comes up out of the secondary and just delivers a hit. So that is Palmer McCain's welcoming to Reeves Field.
Number 77.
Yeah,
Jacob Jesseman back into the game. He's anchoring the middle at nose tackle.
Yeah, well, they put him in when they anticipate a run.
Smiley, shotgun formation. Tailback to his left-hand side, back to pass, looking over the left-hand side, finds a man around the numbers, looks as though it's a first down play beyond the 50, over to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Ellwood City from the Beaver Falls 44.
Yeah, it's a great reception on the far sideline. It was up to Christian Dawkins to make the tackle, but certainly a good reception by Luciano Gagaric coming out of the backfield.
Ellwood City getting some momentum right now. First down of the game. Last time they had a 3rd down play, it was converted for a touchdown. Smiley under center, handoff to Palmer McCain up the middle. Immediately met after a 2-yard gain by Beaver Falls, driving him back to the 45, but they give him progress to the 41.
Yeah, Demetrius Taylor comes up out of the secondary to make a stop. So as long as Beaver Falls' defensive linemen can make contact, the defensive backs are more than happy to come up out of the secondary in run support.
Once again, Ellwood City going from left to right. Ball is set toward the middle of the field, closer to the far hash mark. Ellwood City once again in shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers, Y, 2 and 2. Back to pass, looking to his right, looking up the middle. Now scrambling, looking for a corner. Not able to get a great defensive play by Beaver Falls, setting up a virtual no gain. It looked as though he had some room there for a moment. And then the
Dawkins
close
again.
fest.
It's Christian Dawkins coming up out of the secondary. It's funny. They list him as tight end, running back, middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Well, he shows a great defensive acumen right there with a waist tackle on the sideline. And the idea is to not let that ball carrier fall forward. He drove him out of bounds and saved BF a couple yards.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Ball set on the 42-yard line. Dump over the middle, a little bit of a screen pass. He's really close to first down yardage around the 35. Looks as though you're in that area to where it's about a yard to go, 4th and 1. It's too far for a field goal, and it's almost as though does it make any sense to punt?
Yeah, Gagaric again with the reception. Ball in the left hash mark. Beaver Falls substitutes out its big guys, believing that they have size on the inside. Oh, no, now Jacob comes back in. So to see Jacob Jesseman back out in the field, they believe it's going to be a run.
Ellwood City in goal line formation, handoff up the middle to their running back, Palmer McCain. He gets the yardage necessary about by a 1 or a 2 yard beyond the line of scrimmage pickup, but it's still the first down nonetheless.
That's a situation where Beaver Falls brings in its best and biggest on defense. Ellwood City lines up with its best running back, the guy with the 168 yards a game, and the running back's able to push forward.
Ellwood City doing a great job of converting third downs on this drive, setting up a 1st and 10 now from the 37-yard line. A handoff over the right-hand side to Palmer McCain. He's able to get beyond the 30 down to around the 28-yard line before he was finally stopped, setting up a 2nd down.
Yes, and so now we're shifted to the right hash mark, which means a wide side of the field. The other thing Ellwood does is they bring in brand new personnel groupings. They bring in new wides and a tight end on almost every snap to give you different looks. This should be the last snap of the first period. Things have moved along pretty quickly.
They sure have. Shotgun formation for Chris Smiley. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and we have a movement penalty. A very interesting one. It looked as though the center just decided to fall backwards on his backside and kind of roll a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how they legislate it. It appears that they're walking towards BF, though.
Yes, it looks as though he did that because the nose tackle hit the center and knocked him over.
Which we just saw. That's correct. We saw the pink glove extended on Damian Lee's left hand.
So now we're looking at a 2nd and 1 for the Wolverines on the 23-yard line. They have to get to the 22. That is the end of the first quarter. Beaver Falls leading Ellwood City 8-6. We'll come back with more on Beaver County Radio.
The local McDonald's restaurants are proud to be partners with Beaver County Radio in sponsoring Beaver County high school football games all season long. Stop into any of the local McDonald's restaurants for everyday value items like 2 for $3 mix and match, sausage burritos, sausage McMuffin, and hash browns. Don't forget to download the app for extra special savings. Looking for a great part-time job? Text McHire.com today to apply. Good luck to all the Beaver County football teams this season from your local McDonald's restaurants. I'm loving it.
It might be time to repair or replace that old garage door. Call on Robin and her team of expert installers at Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca. Dial 724-774-3200 and your door will work like a charm. Featuring CHI quality garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, and over 50 years experience, Robin and her team will get it done right. Electric Garage Door Sales. Give them a call at 724-774-3200 or find them online at electricgaragedoorsales.com.
Ellwood City showing really good balance so far in the attack over the course of last drive and especially this drive, run plays, pass plays. They're now set up on a 2nd and 1 handoff to Palmer McCain over the right-hand side. Looks as though he gets out to about the 21, 22-yard line, and it sets up a 1st down. We are now going to take a moment and check in at the Fry Transportation update desk and get the latest on scores that are coming over.
Yeah, Cornell with a lead at Fort Cherry. That's an impressive thing because the Rangers are highly regarded. And also Montour ahead of Char Valley 14-0. In this game, just starting the 2nd period, it's Beaver Falls 8 and Ellwood City 6 as Ellwood's almost in the red zone.
Chris Smiley, shotgun formation. Palmer McCain to his right-hand side. 3 running backs to the left. Palmer McCain out to the right flat, opening up the middle. Completed pass down inside the 2 to the 1-yard line. It's almost as though Palmer McCain went out in motion beyond the 20, beyond the numbers, and took the cornerback out with him, setting up a reception on the wide receiver cutting on the inside.
Braden Mulroy, number 21, catches that ball on a dive and is just stopped short of the goal line. So credit Ellwood for finding the openings.
Everybody in tight except for one receiver, and Palmer McCain handoff up the middle, touchdown. Ellwood City Wolverines, they made that drive look good. Now they're up 12-8 against Beaver Falls. I mean, they were really well balanced on that drive. They were running both sides of the ball. They were passing pretty much as they wanted to. A couple of 3rd downs, but were able to make the conversions. And next thing you know, they're leading Beaver Falls 12-8.
Yeah, this is what they've done what they've been advertised capable of doing.
They are going for the 2-point conversion. It looks over the right-hand side. Palmer McCain ran, and the referee coming in and saying, yes, they did make that 2-point conversion. It is now 14-8. Ellwood City over Beaver Falls. 10:51 to go in the second quarter. We'll come back with more on Beaver County Radio.
If you have big plans for this fall, like a new car or home remodeling project, but feel like it's getting a little late in the game and you're out of timeouts, it's time to call an audible, a 749 audible. This is Coach Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. 24-month personal loans are now available with approved credit from 7.49%. So get up to the line, the teller line that is, and call your own 749 audible. Stop in for details. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
14-8. Ellwood City over Beaver Falls. Not the traditional way of getting to this score. Beaver Falls scored first. They can get 8-0. Ellwood City came back on a third down play, hit a great pass right down the hash marks, made it 8-6. They did not convert on their 2-point attempt. Beaver Falls had a quick drive. They had the punt, and Ellwood City recovering a fumble on a muff reception on a fumble on the punt, and then drove it the distance and were able to score, and then they able to also convert on their 2-point attempt, making it 14-8. And now the kickoff, an onside kick by Ellwood City. Did they get it?
Yeah. Well, they had
we're
possession.
Waiting for the sign.
Ellwood had
as
the
though
football,
they're giving it
but
to
was
them.
he in bounds? That's the whole question.
The Ellwood City bench is responding as though they did convert that onside kick.
Yeah, that was taken in on the far here. Let's look at on the far sideline. Is jersey number 6, Gavin Partridge. He has the football. Was he in bounds? The answer is yes. And real quickly from the Fried Transportation Instant Update Desk, Western Beaver leads New Brighton 7-0 in a game being played at Gypsy Glen. Cornell 7, Fort Cherry 0, Mohawk 6, Freedom 0, and Central Valley 14, Ambridge 6, Moon 7, Bethel Park 0. Clairton and Rachi tied at 8.
Ellwood City set up after that onside kick attempt that they were able to recover at the Beaver Falls 45, 1st and 10. Handoff, Smiley to Palmer McCain up the middle, able to get close to the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 41, setting up a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, we've talked about it in the booth before, is that Caitlin Kreitzer doesn't kick the deepest kickoff. So you would behoove the receiving team to get up near the line of get as close as you can. We saw it in the pregame. Her range is maybe 40 yards. So the idea is to move up. Beaver Falls just was not ready, and Ellwood, with a great call, made them pay.
Smiley, shotgun formation, one running back to his right, hands it off to Luciano Gagrick. Up the middle to about the 40, setting up a 3rd and 5 on the play, but there is a penalty, and we're waiting for the call.
Yeah, Gagrick, one of their captains on offense. It's a personal foul on Beaver Falls, so that's going to make it a first down. And BF has to really regroup here in a jiffy. They've been delivered 3 straight blows. 1 is the touchdown by Ellwood, 2 is the onside kick by Ellwood, and 3 is their own personal foul. So they've had 3 difficult situations in a row. They're going to have to make a play themselves.
1st and 10 from the Beaver Falls 25. Ellwood City driving. Everybody's up close except for one wide receiver out to the right-hand side. Handoff from Smiley to Palmer McCain up the middle. Gets to around the 23-yard line before Beaver Falls is able to take him down. Ellwood City continues to show a wide variety of formations, whether it's in close tight or they'll go 4 or 5 wide if they want to, and just seemingly everything in between.
Coach Bradley is considered an offensive mastermind. And the other thing, we've talked about it before, you can't quite see it on your screen, but they bring in 3 new wideouts on every play. But the best news for Beaver Falls is they've been very, very effective against Elijah Palmer McCain. the guy who's averaging 168 yards a game coming in here.
Yeah, 6.2 a carry, and he has been well below that 6.2 throughout the course of the evening so far. Ellwood City just called timeout. They are leading Beaver Falls 14-8, 9:18 to go in the second quarter. Back with more on Beaver County Radio.
Now that the sights and sounds of summer are fading in your rearview mirror, there's still time to enjoy your classic car and turn heads this fall. Restore your cherished ride to its former glory and call Gnu's Body Works in Freedom. Gary Snare has been offering collision and restoration services for over 20 years. Everything from lowering or airbagging your rod or street custom to full custom color paint, Gnu's also handles collision and general repairs. Say hello to cooler weather with the hottest car around. Call Gnu's Body Works, 408th Street in Freedom.
Down on the sideline, our own Mike Azadian. Mike, what's it look like down on the field?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team came out strong and were ready early, but since that time, Ellwood City's just done what they wanted to on the pass game, and part of it is they're not getting any pressure on the quarterback, which you guys, I'm sure, have noticed. No pressure on a QB. He's been able to pick them apart.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. No pressure whatsoever. He's back there as long as he wants to be. Fires deep over the middle. Almost intercepted. It did not come out clean out of his hand. It was wobbling a bit, and he was intending to get a receiver in the end zone, but almost intercepted.
Demetrius Taylor couldn't hang on, though. I'm sure he feels bad about it. He dropped back in the so-called center field position and was able to, in position to make a play, but just was not able to hang on to the pigskin. So the drive remains alive for the Wolverines.
3rd and 8 now. Beaver Falls has been consistent in setting up 3rd and long, but Ellwood City has been great at converting these 3rd and longs. Inside handoff up to the 20. Yeah. And that's about as far as he'll go. It sets up a 4th and 5 now for Ellwood City after that handoff from Chris Smiley to Elijah Palmer-McCain.
Yeah, and certainly a great defensive play by Beaver Falls up in making the stop. They are able to drive the young man back, and that's what keeps it a longer 4th down situation. Ellwood showing no signs of the kick, as you've said several times before. In high school, this is out of field goal range, so they're just going to go for it.
Smiley's in the shotgun. Palmer-McCain to his left side. 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left, looking around. Finally some pressure. He's moving, he's looking, he's throwing toward the end zone and just beyond the outstretched arm of Luciano Gragrick, and sets up a 4th down stop for Beaver Falls. They're getting the ball back now. And it really was an important stop for Beaver Falls, wasn't it?
It's a character drive more than anything. We talked about that before, the way they had things go against them. They're able to make, as Mike Azadian noted, they had not been pressuring Ellwood. That time they did pressure Ellwood, and it was a whole different result for the Tigers. This is now their first possession of the second period because they yielded that onside kick.
There's 14 seconds on the play clock. Not quite sure that Beaver Falls is ready to even come out for this play after the change of possession. P.D. Pugh is in the quarterback spot, ready to take the snap. 2 seconds, got it. Handoff to Bricks Rawl up over the right hash mark, and what a great run by Bricks Rawl, carrying men with him all the way out to the 37-yard line.
We can see that on our screen. There's at least 5 jerseys in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there, as Rawl takes them all for a ride.
He as well averaging 6.2 yards a carry, 55 rushes, 340 yards, 4 touchdowns. He added one earlier tonight. Will make it 5 now on the season. Handoff to Rawl once again. He is met and stopped at the 35-yard line after a gain of just 1.
He objects to the way he's tackled, and he comes up with a head of steam for an Ellwood player. Not exactly sure who, but I just, sometimes people grab in the huddle. In the pileup, it's hard to say, but something enraged him, although no fouls were called.
So now we're setting up a 2nd and 8. And Beaver Falls having a little bit more difficult time with this because they've not really been able to show that they are comfortable with passing the ball so far. P.D. Pugh is in at quarterback. Bricks Rawl is to his left. Wide receivers, 2-2. Hand off to Rawl up the middle. Runs with authority all the way out to the 45-yard line, beyond the 45-yard line. Gets to the 46, pickup of 9.
You can just see that on his screen that he is running through a horde of people the way others would just run through open space. So he is carrying bodies with him. They were able to block out. You can see on your screen the big nose tackle, Perry DuBois, 5'11" and 340 he's listed at, wearing jersey number 50, but they just go right past him before he can react.
1st and 10 from the 46, near hash mark. Shotgun formation, 2-2. Hand off to Bricks Rawl once again over the left-hand side. Picks up a real nice gain of about 6 yards on the play. Beaver Falls, even though they don't have Samari McCoy, he's been injured since the Neshannock game, they made a bit of an adjustment. Tarek Milner from right tackle over to left tackle. And then they move Damian Lee from left guard over to right tackle, and Jacob Jesseman is in
Jesseman's
center.
the center. That's what that is a heck of a collision every play. Jesseman is listed at 270, blocking a guy weighing 340. That is part of, but the fact that he's winning that matchup is certainly helping Rawl.
Petey Pugh in a quarterback shotgun. Bricks Rawl on his hip to the right. Takes a snap, looking to throw,
I think,
and a flag on the play. It looks as though there was movement. They stopped the ball.
BF's right side of the line moved the way I see it.
Yeah.
Let's, again, I don't want to officiate up here, but it surely looks like, there's the sign. It's against BF, and it'll put them, BF had been in Ellwood territory. Now it'll come back to being snapped from the BF 47.
Yeah, so from a 2nd and 4 back to a 2nd and 9 for Beaver Falls. Petey Pugh, shotgun formation. One to the left, one to the right. Ellwood City has about 8 men in a box. And Bricks Rawl fumbles the football. Looks as though he fell on it, though, right around the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it bounced to him. I don't know if you can really see that on our screen on replay, but it came right back to him. Very fortuitous event for BF. Here's the snap, and you'll see the run as Rawl gets through the hole, and right about here he's met. It's hard to see on the replay, but it does come right back to him, right near his game jersey, and he pulls it in.
3rd and short, back to Rawl once again, right up the middle, running through tacklers all the way to the 40-yard line, now into Wolverine territory, clearly.
The other thing you can see on replay is he's falling forward every time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs with authority. There are some guys who run and they're looking for somebody to avoid. He runs where he was looking for somebody to hit.
Yeah, you could say, that you could also say Ellwood's just not really interested in tackling him right. I mean, he's the first guy is not bringing him down. Let's put it that way.
1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off to Rawl one more time. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, bounces around, able to pick up maybe 1 yard on the play. Another example of how the first guy does not bring down Bricks Rawl.
That is a brutal 1 yard pickup, both for Rawl and for the defense. That's difficult. This is a physical. If you liked throwback, if you like 70s power football, smash mouth football, you would love to be seated at Reeves tonight or watching on Facebook Live.
Bricks Rawl is making a statement so far in this game. He is interested in being the CCBC player of the game. We'll see if he keeps on playing just like this, though.
Now,
wide receiver sweep to the right-hand side, back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Maybe even a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, Meach
back
Taylor
to the 40.
Taylor gets mowed under, and it's just not. It did not work in that situation.
No.
As Ellwood was able to react to that. And now let's see if Pugh stays in the game on what is considered a passing down. 3rd and 10, no, Brickner does come onto the field. This is generally, 3rd and 10 is generally considered a passing down. And Brickner, I believe, is left-handed, so the wide side of the field favors him since the ball's on the right hash.
Mike Blackshear wide left. Denari Harris wide right. Man in motion. Timeout is called by the officials. timeout Beaver Falls. We'll take a timeout too. 14-8 Ellwood City over Beaver Falls on Beaver County Radio.
At Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, we've helped thousands of former Babcock & Wilcox and J&L Steel employees receive compensation for their asbestos-caused lung cancer or mesothelioma. Since the time from asbestos exposure to disease diagnosis spans decades, many do not realize their illness was caused by asbestos. To find out if you are entitled to compensation, call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX or visit online at gpwlaw.com.
14-8, Ellwood City,
yes.
Surprisingly by some over Beaver Falls. 2:50 to go in the half. Just 2:50 to go in the half. Clock, if you're watching on Facebook, it's a little off. Now it's set back right. 2:50 to go in the first half. Thank you very much, Curtis.
Mangina, we talked earlier about the Mohawk plan where you hang on to the football. Thus far, Beaver Falls has had the football for 4.5 minutes in this drive. That's how you keep Palmer McCain from racking up rushing yards, is run plays yourself on offense. It never fails.
Big play here. Beaver Falls 3rd and 10 from the Wolverines' 40-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right. Caden back to pass, decides to keep it himself. Quarterback keeper up the middle, keeping it all the way, actually. It was more like a quarterback draw, if you will. Gets those 10 yards and maybe 7 more on top of that, all the way down to the 23.
But that was Pugh. After the timeout, they brought Brickner out of the game. We thought, he was out there before the timeout was called, but they bring in Pugh. They hike it directly to him, and it's clearly a quarterback keeper. He easily parts the C's in the inside of the line and gets the yardage.
They may come back and do this all over again. No, handoff to Bricks Rawl up the middle and dragging people with him all the way down near the red zone at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. And Beaver Falls deciding, okay, we'll run the ball, we'll keep everybody tight, and now we'll spread things out, force Ellwood City to have move some of their defenders to the outside and keep on running.
But the other side of the coin is Ellwood, if this continues, Ellwood is going to get virtually nil time to respond on offense after Beaver Falls is done. Whether BF scores or not, they are effectively draining the clock and keeping Ellwood's offense off the field.
1:40 on a running clock, 14-8 Ellwood City over Beaver Falls. Beaver Falls driving in the red zone at the 20, 2nd and 6 on the play. Petey Pugh decides to keep it up himself over the right-hand side and then plowed over at the 15. Just 1 yard shy of the first down, but good yardage on that play.
Yes, it appeared for a minute, if we get a replay, right here, it looks like right as he crosses the line, right now it looks like he's a lock for the first down, but boom, they knock him back.
Yes.
So credit Ellwood for knocking. You could just see that on your replay there. Good job, Curtis. You could see them on replay sending him backwards.
Handoff. Bricks Rawl up the middle. Nobody's touching him. Touchdown, Beaver Falls. Bricks Rawl in a flag football scenario. It looked as though that one defensive back for Ellwood City was like, no, you're running too fast, too hard. I think I'll just stay about a foot or two away from you.
The bottom line is it was a flag football touchdown. No one would have yanked his flag, so he just broke through at the line of scrimmage. And it seems – it looks like BF wants timeout to mull their extra point option, so we'll take a break ourselves.
Yes, we will. 14-14, 53 seconds to go in the half. A 2-point conversion is next on Beaver County Radio.
Al's Corner is not just for gas. Well, you are right. They offer gas, of course, but also fresh food and snacks every day. Let them do the cooking. They make fresh subs on their homemade bread daily. They offer hot foods like Taco Tuesday, Fish on Friday, plus wraps, salads, to mention a few. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make a visit to Al's Corner in Koppel. Planning a graduation party? Call Al's today to place your order. May your party be the envy of your family and friends. Follow them on Facebook for their daily specials. That's Al's Corner on the corner off Route 18 and 351 in Koppel.
This is a big conversion. You get the 2 points, you go up 16-14. Neither one of these teams are really field goal teams. Place kicker for Ellwood City, a very effective one, and Caitlin Kreitzer, member of the girls' soccer team. She's decent on extra point attempts, 15 of 20, but nothing really when it comes to field goals. So we'll see what this play sets up to be. Beaver Falls and the shotgun. Petey Pugh is back deep. He has a running back on his left side, Denari Harris to his left. And hands it off to Denari Harris over the right-hand side, finds the corner, 2-point conversion, and then a flag comes in. Ellwood City is saying that they were held on the play. What does the referee say? The referee says he was held on the play too.
So we'll take it. Yeah, originally. So let's see how Beaver Falls responds now. They probably won't take a timeout. They're just going to give instructions from the sideline on what they want done. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pugh on the one-step drop, the quarterback drop. But let's see how they sort things out. The ball, therefore, is at the 13-yard line.
13-yard line, near hash.
Yeah, this is shades of Beaver Falls' state playoff game with Wilmington in 2020, where they had a touchdown and then they had a penalty on an extra point attempt and had to try for it from 13 yards and got 12 of it, not 13.
Pugh at quarterback, shotgun, Rawl on his right hip, rolling to his right, throwing toward the end zone, not quite to the end zone, only to about the 5-6 yard line, and then tackled out of bounds. No good on the 2-point conversion. We'll have a kickoff. 14-14, 53 seconds to go. Coming up next on Beaver County Radio.
Copico's Pizza on the corner of 3rd and 8th Street in New Brighton uses the best ingredients in Beaver County. That's Kopickos. Copico's, where you can dine in, take out, or order online. Copico's has great lunch specials on junior pizzas, burgers and fries, Italian hoagies, and fish and chicken sandwiches. Copico's makes their own dough and unique sauce from scratch daily. Get 25% off wings with any pizza order at Copicos.com. That's Copico's Pizza in New Brighton, a taste above the rest.
53.8 seconds to go in the half. It's all tied at 14. Mike Azadian on the sideline getting ready for the interview with Coach Nardone in about 54 seconds, right? We'll check in with Mike here coming up in a moment. Here comes the kickoff. Ball set at the 40. Number 16, Nate Toney, is set the kick. Deepest man for Ellwood City around the 18-yard line. Here comes the kick. It's a deep one. Taken, fumbled, picked back up again, ran over the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, looking for a block, and then Beaver Falls swarms him, tackles him down around the 32, 33-yard line. Ellwood City now, 45.3 seconds to go. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I would think, even though they have a great running back, I would expect them to air it out. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and because the ball's on the right hash mark, that's favorable for their left-handed passer to roll out as well. So we'll see how it happens. These 45 seconds will take some time, but Ellwood also likes to throw short and get yards after catch.
Chris Smiley, shotgun formation. Running back to his right-hand side, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The 2 on the wide side, back to pass, looking to his right the entire time, throws it, completed pass, falls to the ground, and it is a catch around the 42-yard line. The clock is running.
Yes, and again, they reset the ball. It's on the hash mark, and Ellwood's going to try again.
They seem content at this point. You got to wonder if they're going to even bother running another play. Hand off to Palmer McCain over the right-hand side. He picks up 1, maybe 2 yards on the play. Clock is running down inside of 5 seconds, and it looks as though we are going to go to halftime. Score is tied, 14-14. Ellwood City and Beaver Falls. Coach Nardone with Mike Azadian. Mike?
Actually, guys, Coach Bradley here.
Oh, yes, Coach Bradley, please.
Couple things. The onside kick, talk about that decision.
You know what? We were rambling a little bit. Figured we'd take a shot at it. Had made a good kick and recovered it. Unfortunately, we couldn't turn it into points.
Very physical up front. Defensively, you're trying to stop them. They're running on you guys, but it's a very physical game up front.
It's a physical game. They're beating us a little bit. You know, we're coming back, rallying. We got to do a better job of tackling in the hole.
They don't seem to be getting a lot of pressure on your quarterback, and you've picked them apart a little bit and used a mix of the run and the pass.
Long way to go. You know, we want to be balanced, but, you know, they're a good team, and they're very athletic. We just have to make the most of our opportunities.
Last quick question. The kids know the importance of this game?
They do. We win, we're in the playoffs.
There you go. All right, Coach. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. You heard it from him. They know. We'll have Coach Nardone after the half. I figure he would be in the better mood after the half, so we'll catch him coming back.
Thank you very much, Mike. I think he may be in a better mood 20 minutes from now as he has a chance to calm down and talk to the guys. Beaver Falls 14, Ellwood City 14. The halftime show is next on Beaver County Radio.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
Hi, this is Bob Barrickman here for Fry Transportation. When it comes to school buses in Beaver County, it sure is hard not to notice the shiny Fry Transportation fleet. Fry Transportation has been a local family-owned Beaver County business for over 30 years. As any successful football team must be dependable and reliable, these same qualities have made Fry Transportation a champion operation. Best wishes to all local teams and safe travels to the gridirons this season. From your friends at Fry Transportation.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
And I'm a Baba Beaver believer.
But I'm the biggest Baba Beaver believer.
All right, man, you got me.
Be a Beaver believer in a new Nissan. Get a new Rogue S for just $359 a month or a new Ultima Premium package for only $359 a month, plus guaranteed credit approval and the best certified pre-owned warranty.
Stop in and become a Baba Beaver believer like me.
And me.
At Beaver County Auto.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
The Standard Bar and Grill on the river in Bridgewater is the place to enjoy summer. A great atmosphere, delicious food, and plenty of drinks are what you'll find at The Standard. The Standard in Bridgewater is boater friendly and has their own dock, DJs and live bands on Fridays and Saturday nights, an outside bar, an area to dance, and a beautiful view from their patio are just a few of the amenities at The Standard. That's The Standard Bar and Grill in Bridgewater.
You're listening to 2023 high school football coverage on Beaver County Radio. This game is being brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky and White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com.
tied up at 14 at halftime. And Bruce, let's go over how we got to this score, because 14-14 is a very traditional score.
Yeah, it is. I mean, both teams have 2 touchdowns. It's the extra points that make it move. Both of Beaver Falls' touchdowns are scored by Bricks Raw on runs. Ellwood, for their part, they had a pass completion of 67 yards, a bomb down the middle to a young man named DeLon Curry at 5'9", 150, a sophomore. He got wide open, and he scored from 67 yards out. Those were the 2 touchdowns. Ellwood was denied on their first opportunity. Then they used Elijah Palmer McCain for a 2-point run on theirs. Beaver Falls used Bricks Raw for a 2-point run on their first extra point, and then after a penalty for procedure, they tried for the 13 yards and were short. So that's why it was each team has – BF has 8 plus 6, Ellwood has 6 plus 8. That's the simple verdict. The other thing we want to take a look at is our Fry Transportation Instant Update Desk at the half. Again, this game 14-all. BF and Ellwood. Central Valley leads Ambridge 28-6. Aliquip over Newcastle 28-0. Char Valley trails Montour 21-7. That's all in the Parkway. In the Western Hills, Seton LaSalle 7, Beaver 3. Also in the MAC, our only other score we have, Mohawk 23, Freedom 0. In Single A, Fort Cherry has scored 3 unanswered. They lead Cornell 21-7. Also in the MAC, Western Beaver 14, New Brighton 0. In an interesting game down the road on 65, Clairton leads Rachi 16-8. And close to home to our Falcones Moon Township Ford, Moon leads Bethel 7-0.
That is a good game. I would love to be able to watch that game, Moon Township and Bethel Park. We are at 14-14, Beaver Falls and Ellwood City. We'll come back with more and take a look at who's not here and what impact that is having on this game. A number of key players for Beaver Falls not able to suit up tonight. We'll talk about that and a bit more coming up in a moment on Beaver County Radio.
It's time to kick off the Flex Steel Fall Gallery Sale at AK Nahas. Get the comfort, quality, and style you want and save up to 20% off all Flex Steel furniture. Handcrafted for long-lasting beauty and comfort, choose from over 60 Flex Steel styles, the largest selection in Western Pennsylvania. Save up to 20% off Flex Steel, get 12-month special financing, and free local delivery. The Fall Gallery Sale only at AK Nahas, appliance, furniture, mattress, and TV. You'll do okay with AK.
When accidents and injuries happen, you need the experience and insight of the legal team at Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George, helping you put your life back together. Attorney Joe George.
You worry about getting better. You worry about taking care of the medical side of things. We'll take care of all the legal side. I don't want you worrying about whether a letter needs to go out to an insurance company. You worry about getting to your doctor's appointments. You worry about getting your physical therapy appointments. You worry about getting better. If you have to have surgery, you worry about take you back and forth to the surgical center or the hospital. And all those things, I try to put my client at ease from the standpoint of, look, this is where things are going to go. You just worry about getting there on your side of things.
For your initial consultation, call the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George at 724-658-8535 or online at lgkg.com. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly & George, keeping promises for over 80 years.
Hi, this is Bob Barrickman here for Fry Transportation. When it comes to school buses in Beaver County, it sure is hard not to notice the shiny Fry Transportation fleet. Fry Transportation has been a local family-owned Beaver County business for over 30 years. As any successful football team must be dependable and reliable, these same qualities have made Fry Transportation a champion operation. Best wishes to all local teams and safe travels to the gridirons this season. From your friends at Fry Transportation.
Being part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden or Aliquippa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
In Beaver County, there are many great stories to tell. One such worthy story is that of the Drug-Free Community Support Program. Now in its 4th year of serving Aliquippa, the project has enjoyed great success through in-school interaction, education, raising awareness, and data analysis. The Drug-Free Community Support Program in Aliquippa has a mission to help local youth make better decisions regarding alcohol and drug use. For more information or to find out how you can get involved, visit Drug-Free Aliquippa on Facebook.
The pregame show will set the stage for the upcoming game coverage. A pre-career start at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center can set up your high school student for life. I'm Vince Crateri, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center with great news. There is still time for this school year in some of our top earning career training programs, but you must act now. Have your child or grandchild see their school counselor today. Hurry, classroom space is limited, and these prime opportunities are on a first-come, first-served basis. Let the Beaver County CTC open doors for you in the game of life. Click bcctc.org.
We are back at the AK Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth. I'm Robert Mangino along with Bruce Fry, and we are knotted up at 14 Beaver Falls and Ellwood City. And Bruce, there are a couple of key players that are out for Beaver Falls, and it seems as though at least two of them, we are really seeing the impact of that individual. We'll start off with Deshaun Anderson. So far on the season, 53 of 91 for just under 800 yards, averaging about 131 a game, 5 touchdowns, and he is out for today's game. Not having that traditional, we know who this guy is and what he can do quarterback has really changed the way that Beaver Falls is playing this game.
Well, it's still, Beaver Falls is moving the football. That's the bottom line. So they and again, these other guys, Pugh and Brickner, and particularly Pugh with his ability to run, they've been in these games before. They're aware of how to handle these situations, and they're making the most of it in the old next man up mentality.
And speaking of that next man up mentality, not having Detalian Buford, who's been averaging over 8 yards a carry and picking up 9 touchdowns, today Bricks Rawl wanted to step up and show he can do this and he can carry this team. It isn't as though he's not doing well over the season, 55 for 340 for 618 a carry and 4 touchdowns, but he is running impressively well so far in this game.
Oh, no doubt about it, but the fact that his teammates are out gives him extra motivation. We should also say that on the other side of the football, Ellwood City is missing their nose tackle, Maddox Singer, so they've had to put in their next man up, which is a guy named Perry Dubois. So that's part of football in October. You got to find substitutes for players who aren't available. Both teams making adjustments on the fly.
And one more big adjustment is replacing Samari McCoy, and it seems as though when it comes to the run, stopping it, and making lanes for Bricks Rawl, they've been able to figure out the right lineup and juggle some guys around, moving Damian Lee from left guard to right tackle, and moving Tarek Milner over from right tackle to left tackle, and being able to accomplish both of those two things because they're holding the running back for Ellwood City, Elijah Palmer McCain, who's been averaging 6.2 a carry. I don't think he's been getting more than 2 or 3 today.
No, that's for sure. But also the other thing is Beaver Falls in the first half had 13:48 time of possession as opposed to 10:12 for Ellwood City. So if you have the ball for over half the game like Beaver Falls had, it limits opportunities for Elijah Palmer McCain.
We'll have more from the AK Nahas Appliance and Furniture Broadcast booth coming up in a moment. We are at halftime. Beaver Falls 14, Ellwood City 14. More and an interview with Coach Nardone coming up on Beaver County Radio.
After any big game, people will be talking. This is Ellen Barras from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. The same is true when you get your new vehicle from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Neighbors, friends, and co-workers will notice the new winning style reflected in the car, truck, or SUV you just got from Falcone's Moon Township Ford. Located on University Boulevard across from Robert Morris. Click and save at moonford.com and discover what the talk is all about. Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
A Beaver County high school football season is here. Players protect that beautiful smile with a visit to your hometown dentist, Dr. Peter Montini and his team at St. Barnabas Dental. While tackling tooth decay is number one in the game plan, Dr. Montini offers a wide array of services, including custom-fitted athletic mouth guards, clear aligner orthodontics, virtually painless injections, and same-day crowns. Call or text 724-495-3350 to schedule your appointment today. St. Barnabas Dental in Beaver, creating beautiful smiles for life.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
In order to call the right play, you have to be able to communicate. Dental hygiene not only affects appearance and eating habits, it can also have an impact on your ability to speak clearly. Dr. C. Timothy Lip wants you to keep your teeth in the game, and he has a playbook designed for success so that you can call the right play or even call an audible. Get suited up for a win, or at least a winning smile, by joining Dr. C. Timothy Lip's team in Beaver Falls or Robinson Township. Visit lipdentistry.com.
Do you know a child who struggles to read? If so, the tuition-free brick-and-mortar Provident Charter School West is here to help. The Provident Charter School West in Baden is helping children from 1st grade through 4th learn to overcome dyslexia so they can return to their hometown schools and graduate with their friends. Provident Charter School West meets the needs of children with dyslexia so they can become the inventors and educators of tomorrow. For more information, visit providentcharterschool.org.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
And I'm a Bubba Beaver believer.
But I'm the biggest Bubba Beaver believer.
All right, man, you got me.
Be a Beaver believer in a new Nissan. Get a new Rogue S for just $359 a month, or a new Ultima Premium package for only $359 a month, plus guaranteed credit approval and the best certified pre-owned warranty.
Stop in and become a Bubba Beaver believer like me.
And me.
At Beaver County Auto.
You're listening to 2023 high school football coverage on Beaver County Radio. This game is being brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky and White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and beavercountyradio.com.
It is homecoming at Beaver Falls, and they just had their homecoming court presentation. Miss Gianna King, Kaylee Musquire, Peyton Sheets, Alana Summers, and Kiera Wingo. And Kiera Wingo named the homecoming queen.
Yeah, to me, it boggles the mind. Peyton Sheets is the daughter of Troy Sheets and Shalander Bentel. Troy Sheets making one of the most unforgettable shots in Beaver Falls history against Beaver Falls at the Pitt Fieldhouse in 1994. It's from the right wing. It enabled them to win the WPIL and head on to an Ultimate State Championship. And then Elena Summers, daughter of Yolanda, and Robert Summers of Beaver Falls. My man Summers, 7 feet high jumper for Beaver Falls in 1987, PIAA state champ, an outstanding young man. It's hard to believe they have daughters. I guess it's not hard to believe. Class of 87 and class of 94. Their time is now.
You covered those competitions, I'm guessing.
Oh, no question about it. And again,
somebody's
Troy Sheets in not me. I mean, Troy Sheets in 94, an epic performance at the Fieldhouse. Beaver Falls versus Blackhawk.
Let's double check the latest from the Fry Transportation update
Yes,
desk.
again, in our game, Ellwood and Beaver Falls knotted at 14. Also in the Parkway, Central Valley 28, Ambridge 6, Aliquippa 28, Newcastle nothing. And Montour 21, Char Valley 7. In the MAC, which is what tonight's game is that we're broadcasting, it's Mohawk 23, Freedom 0, Western 14, New Brighton 0, Neshannock 35, Riverside 6. In 5A, Moon leads Bethel Park 7-0. In exhibition play, Clairton apparently leads Rochester. We had a conflicting score in that. I believe it's now 20 for Clairton, 8 for Rochi, if that makes sense, because it was earlier 16-8, but we'll look into that. Also in single A, Fort Cherry leads Cornell 21-7, and Southside is smothering Laurel 28-0. I believe Southside's the highest scoring team in the WPIL.
Coming up after the game, we'll have the Electric Garage Doors postgame show. We'll be naming the CCBC players of the game for both Beaver Falls and Ellwood City. Down around the 25-yard line, our own Mike Azadian is with Coach Nardone.
Coach, let's talk about this game. Very, very physical up front. You guys are running the ball. You mixed it up without a QB at the first series. Now you put a QB in there, but Bricks Rawls kind of carried it for you guys.
Yeah, we're just trying to be a physical team and use that to control the game.
Injuries have piled up a little bit, some backs, some linemen, but it's next man up. I mean, nobody feels sorry for you, but you just got to get some younger guys in there.
Yeah, everybody's going to give us their best shot. We got a lot of guys out tonight, but we got to do next man up.
What kind of changes did you make? I know that they mixed it up with you guys and threw on you a little bit. What kind of changes are you guys making for the second half?
I mean, we're not going to make a ton of changes. We just got to be smarter. We had 2 broken coverages. That's what killed us.
What are you happy with your team so far tonight?
I like the way they're fighting.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back up.
Thank
He
you.
Doesn't talk a whole lot, but he gives us what he can. And don't forget, CCBC players of the game and which after the game.
Well, Mike, I tell you what, before we let you go, since we're talking about CCBC players of the game, are there players, one on each side, that are front runners in your mind?
I'll tell you what, Bricks Rawls kind of tough to beat right now for Beaver Falls. I would say he has to be the number one candidate. Boy, Ellwood's kind of tough. Their quarterback looks good. The receivers look back. I mean, they've got a mix.
I'm not sure what's going on, but we seem to have lost Mike on that one. Bruce, let me get your thoughts about this. We're not going to name the CCBC player of the game, but give us some ideas of players that you think are really playing so far as though they're contenders for that award.
Obviously, Rawl is the front runner for Beaver Falls, no question about that. And for Ellwood, Smiley's playing well. It's been the story. One of the big storylines for BF is that they have corralled Elijah Palmer McCain, the highly regarded running back of Ellwood. But some of these other guys have stepped up. Obviously, Curry with that pass reception, he's played well. And it's been quite a few guys. Docchio is hit hard, and they've had some players play well. On Declan O'Brien on defense has played well. So it'll take time to figure it out. You just have to let the whole game play out. You know, you can't say Ken Stabler's the player of the game. Oakland at Pittsburgh in 1972. Because
what happened?
There was the immaculate reception right after that took place.
Okay.
So you can't, they're asking, NBC's trying to get an MVP. That's not how it works. You let the game finish, and you give Franco a chance to make a play.
Coming up after all the play is done, beyond the Electric Garage Doors postgame show, we'll have the Falcones Moon Township Ford wrap-up show, too.
Yeah, you can write it on your wall, 724-774-1888. Well, in basketball, we say you can write it in the snow outside your window, but that's not. There's no snow tonight.
We can't do that right now.
No, we're right near how. The other thing, it's also Well, we'll talk about it later. But
and the kickoff to start the second half, it is a squib kick that hit at the 25. A little bit of a muff, couldn't quite retrieve it, and then got to the 20, and then immediately hit by two Beaver Falls Tigers. So Ellwood City starting off the third quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 22.
Yeah, Deontay Pierce is the return man for Ellwood City. He didn't have a good handle on the ball as it was bouncing, and that allowed Beaver Falls' coverage men to get back into the picture and make a play. So it's a good anytime you can have a team start after kickoff at the 22, that's been good coverage.
Ellwood City now setting up 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Smiley is in shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looking for a wide receiver screen, didn't have it, and then just decided to throw it away. That's one of the few times you actually see that in high school where you don't have a play and the quarterback decides, I'm just going to get rid of it.
Well, I don't know that that's the case. I think that he believed that's where the wide receiver was. But in any event, I don't know if we'll get a replay on that. But the ball was thrown well. I mean, it was just well out of there. Basically, had no motivation to ground it. He had a receiver open. It was just thrown way, way, way over the top. So,
shotgun formation one more time. Back to pass, looking to his right, looking for a man over the middle and over the receiver's head, number 5, Dalen Curry, and almost intercepted by what looks like Petey Pugh.
Smiley is just coming in high on these throws. That first down pass went high. This pass came high, and he clearly has good arm strength, but it's just a little bit more than the receivers are ready for.
Setting up a 3rd and 10, and this is something consistently we've seen throughout the game where Ellwood City has been in 3rd and long.
This is where BF has to make adjustments, though.
And a snap. Shotgun, looking over the middle, nothing, and just threw it right in the dirt, right in front of his running back. They were looking as though they were trying to set up some kind of a screen pass up the middle.
But there was no running back. That's what was crazy about it. There was nothing but a bunch of guys in the 70s there.
And but he didn't draw a penalty for an intentional grounding. But then again, he wasn't being pressured at the same time either.
Yeah, as Mike talked about that, it's good for BF to exert some pressure.
4th and 10 with the punt, and it is muffed by Denari Harris, trying to pick it up and run with it, and then immediately hit at the 50-yard line by 2-3 Wolverines from Ellwood City, and it sets up a 1st and 10 now right at midfield for Beaver Falls.
Yes, pending there was a flag at the line of scrimmage way back on the 20. Actually behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be BF with a false start. So we'll see what the net result is. I think they're going to mark it right here.
Yeah, Ellwood City had the false start.
Yeah, Ellwood with the punt. Right. That was Ellwood's first punt of the game, we should note.
And Beaver Falls deciding, let's just go ahead and enforce this from the return. So it's 1st and 10 now, setting up at the 45 in Ellwood City territory. Beaver Falls in Ellwood City tied at 14, 11:33 to go in the third quarter. Ellwood City with a really fast possession, not even 30 seconds taken off the clock. Inside handoff to Brooks Rawl up over the middle. T-shirt being dragged behind him, and he gets all the way to 40, 45, close to the 30-yard line. Yeah. What a run.
Well, and again, you can see that on our screen right now. They have a statistic called yards after contact, but watch this. How about yards of carrying defenders on your back? They
need that statistic.
Right, that's a new one to put in the game. He had about 9 on that of I would call it PY, piggyback yards, because he was just carrying people on his back.
I like that. PBY, we'll start that. Shotgun formation. Inside handoff once again. Flags on the play.
Was it delay of game? That's the first thing you think of.
Yes, because the play clock is reset to 25 already. Referees are talking about this. Our officials for tonight, referee is John Dudo. Umpire is Ronald Churchin. Head linesman Charles Costanza. Line judge Robert Germano. And side judge Taylor Peruski. Illegal substitution is the official call, and they're going to back them up 5 yards now. So it is a 1st and 15. They're now set up at the 36.
And if you're watching on Facebook, you can see it's in the middle of the field, so BF can run in either direction.
Petey Pugh taking it, handing it off to Denari Harris. Denari Harris makes it over the right-hand side, 10-5. Touchdown, Denari Harris. He ran so fast, by the time I said his name, he was already halfway to the end zone.
That's a 35-yard pickup. That's another flag football touchdown. Let's see if we get another look at this. I mean, that is anything you could have wanted in a bolt to the right-hand side. The line sealed off. Here, watch this. Here's the handoff right there. Look, you can see the block out in front, and that's all. Basically, one block on the far side, or the short side, took out 2 Wolverines, and that's what made it a flag football touchdown with no contact.
And when you see that instant replay, wide receiver with a really good kick-out block, too, to be able to make it possible. Now Beaver Falls in 2-point conversion formation. They handed off the bricks roll right up the middle, and he may have been down with flag football, but he wasn't even stumbling on that 2-point conversion.
No,
now 22-14.
We've said this how many times before. The first man is just not bringing him down.
No.
It's that simple. And the first man in this case only slowed him down. He was able to prevail.
22-14, Beaver Falls over Ellwood City. Kickoff is next on Beaver County Radio.
The award-winning Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston provides a delicious family dining experience. Grand Valley Inn is a great place for a party or event. They have banquet rooms for small and large gatherings. Fish and Friday night football go great together in Beaver County. The Grand Valley Inn has great fish and seafood specials on Fridays, live music on the weekends through October, and trivia night on Thursdays. Follow Grand Valley Inn on Facebook to keep up with all the fun. That's Grand Valley Inn on Route 51 in Falston.
Beaver Falls ready to kick off. Elijah, Palmer McCain, and Dante Pierce back deep around the 20-yard line. Here comes the kick. It is a bumbling kick down around the 30, picked up on the near hash mark, looking for the edge on the right-hand side, able to get it out to the 45-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for the Wolverines, set up at their 45 on the far hash mark.
Dom Hogue, a 5'11", 150-pound sophomore, pulled that in for the Wolverines and actually made a good advancement. Let's remind ourselves that on their first drive, Ellwood of this half, Ellwood started at their own 22. This is much more favorable, doubling that out to the 44.
Ellwood City now, 44 far hash mark. Shotgun formation for Smiley. Palmer McCain on his hip, hands it off to Palmer McCain, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe another yard, but that's it from the 44. Line judge says 45. Right. Beaver Falls able to stop that run consistently all night long.
But we've said this how many times in our coverage of high school and even college football. After an offensive touchdown, the defense is amped up, and that's where BF is right now. It's up to Ellwood City to make a play. Again, on Ellwood's last possession was their first punt of the game. Beaver Falls would like nothing more than to force another one.
Smiley shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back looking to his right, finding a man and just overthrown on the right-hand side around the 30-yard line. Trying to set up like a pump and go.
Right, it was an up and out, no question about it. We saw the pump fake by Smiley. If we see the replay, we'll see that again. But Smiley makes the pump fake with his arm, and that's designed to get the defensive back to quote unquote bite on the play. But BF didn't bite, so he had good coverage down the field.
Once again, 3rd and long. This one is a 3rd and 9. 4 wide receivers set wide. Defensive backs are playing off for Beaver Falls. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Some pressure this time. Has room, running, scrambling over the hash marks to the 50, trying to get to the 46-yard line of Beaver Falls. Comes up short. It is going to set up a 4th and 4, 4th and 3 around the 48, 49-yard line.
It's the same. We've talked about this before. You in a perfect world for Ellwood City as we see the replay, but here, watch this 6 come into your camera from right from behind. Blackshear, the WPIL 400-meter and 200-meter champion, Class AA, comes from behind to make the tackle. Smiley of Ellwood just doesn't see him coming and doesn't have the speed that Blackshear does. We can see it again on replay. Here he goes. It looks wide open, but from the right, there was Blackshear diving into the play and making the stop.
4th and 2, everybody's in tight. They're trying to draw them off. Handoff up the middle.
No thanks.
And he came up short. Palmer McCain took the handoff and got a yard and no more.
Well,
the Beaver Falls defense standing up tough.
Yeah, and again, we have a lot of respect for the offensive mind of Dan Bradley, but you have the sense that every man, woman, and child in this stadium expected a handoff to Elijah Palmer McCain. Beaver Falls surely did, and they made the stop.
And 77 Jesseman is playing like a Coach Nardone. I want to be a starter because he is playing amazingly well on both sides of the ball at center and at nose tackle.
He is the proverbial next man up after McCoy goes down.
Now, oh, wow, they gave Ellwood City the first down.
Yeah, how about that?
That looks so short from up here.
Whatever. Yeah, that.
But once again, the officials officiate, and we just talk about it.
Right, I agree. We respect their judgment. That time, Ellwood does move and make it, and as it turns out, Palmer McCain is able to make it when every man, woman, and child realizes he's going to get the ball. So credit to Ellwood for pulling it off.
And now it's 1st and 15. False start penalty.
I think we have a stoppage as they're looking towards the BF. They're looking towards the officials are looking towards each other.
So we have what looks like the referee and the umpire talking around the 43-yard line on the Ellwood City side. Right now they're set up for a 1st and 15 from the 48. Officials now coming over to talk to Coach Nardone. Nardone's talking now to 3 officials. Here comes a 4th. There are 2 over that are huddled around the football to make sure nobody picks it up and tries to run for a touchdown on their own, I guess. And the conversation ensues. I think Nardone's trying to figure out what's going on.
I think he's not pleased with the fact on some. I mean, I think he would have liked to have seen a measurement in that last situation.
Yeah.
I think it's all tied into the fact that a first down was awarded to Ellwood City there.
Because it sure looked short from up here, and they just called it a first down. But here we are, 1st and 15. Ellwood City, shotgun formation. Palmer McCain to the right-hand side, and Beaver Falls just having nothing to do with that.
Right.
He has stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I haven't really been keeping a chart, but I believe mentally, personally, that's the first time he tried to go outside. They've been running him tackle to tackle all night. To me, that's the first time they tried to send him outside, and that didn't have much better success than his carries inside. He can't have a longer carry than – I guess if you're rooting for BF, you don't want me to jinx anybody, but he can't have a run longer than 4 yards tonight.
2nd and 15. Shotgun formation one more time. Back to pass, looking to his left. Find somebody at midfield, able to get beyond the 49 to 48, maybe the 47-yard line.
That's Curry again, the guy with a big touchdown pass.
And they're able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks, to set up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was thrown underneath where, and again, it's tough to do that against BF. You can complete the short pass for 4 yards. That's great. But can you turn it upfield against BF? The answer there was no.
Yeah, Denari Harris, Braden Mulroy, P.D. Pugh, and Zashawn McKelvey just so fast in the defensive backfield. Shotgun formation, back to pass, scrambling, looking for someone just beyond the outstretched arms of his receiver, number 1, Dominic Hogue. Chris Smiley having a difficult time making those completions.
It's just one more case. We've talked about it before. He's throwing it deep. He's throwing it beyond, over and above the receivers. You could say that Hogue was open there. I felt that he was, but it will never come to fruition because the pass was a little bit beyond his reach. And so now BF has forced punts on the first two series of the third quarter for EC.
Declan Gray, high punt, high snap, gets it off, bounces inside the 20, and then out of bounds just beyond the 15-yard line. The officials are going to say 1st and 10 for Beaver Falls at their own 16. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. Beaver Falls over Ellwood City, 22-14. Back in 30 seconds on Beaver County Radio.
The local McDonald's restaurants are proud to be partners with Beaver County Radio in sponsoring Beaver County high school football games all season long. Stop in to any of the local McDonald's restaurants for everyday value items like 2 for $3 mix and match, sausage burritos, sausage McMuffin, and hash browns. Don't forget to download the app for extra special savings. Looking for a great part-time job? Text McHire.com today to apply. Good luck to all the Beaver County football teams this season from your local McDonald's restaurants. I'm loving it.
Beaver Falls, shotgun formation, sweep play by Denari Harris out all the way to the 50-yard line. What a run by Denari Harris, picking up what looks to be 34 yards on the play. Two big plays by Denari Harris. The one previous to that was that big touchdown run.
Yeah.
He gets the ball in a sweep here and picks up 34.
Well, yeah, and that's, again, this is the Ken Stabler rule. That's why we talk about candidates for our CCBC Player of the Game, but new ones can enter the fray at any point.
Denari says, look at me, look at me. And now Briggs Raw gets the ball up the middle, taking on tacklers. And once again, first real hit was around the 41. He carried 2-3 guys all the way down to the 36.
Right. That was about, if that was a 16-yard carry, which I think it was, about 9 of them were piggyback yards.
Gary Petey Pugh is in the shotgun formation. They call timeout. Ellwood City says we need to think about this for a moment. We will too. Back with more on Beaver County Radio.
In Beaver County, there are many great stories to tell. One such worthy story is that of the Drug-Free Community Support Program. Now in its 4th year of serving Aliquippa, the project has enjoyed great success through in-school interaction, education, raising awareness, and data analysis. The Drug-Free Community Support Program in Aliquippa has a mission to help local youth make better decisions regarding alcohol and drug use. For more information or to find out how you can get involved, visit Drug-Free Aliquippa on Facebook.
We're back, 22-14, Beaver Falls over Ellwood City. Mike Azadian's on the sideline. Mike, was Nardone upset about what took place with that spot on that 4th down where it was awarded the first down for Ellwood City? No? We don't have Mike.
Here.
Mike.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Well, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure why we're not able to get Mike, but we will try to check in with him coming up in just a few minutes. Beaver Falls has the ball, 1st and 10 from the Ellwood City 37-yard line. Handoff to Bricks Rawl up the middle, and it looks as though they finally able to stop him after a pickup of only 1, maybe 2 on the play.
I would go as far as to say, without having stats in front of me, that was his shortest carry of the night. That was the first time Ellwood met him and secured him right at the point of attack.
Caden Docio, leading tackler on the play, one of the last men to get up underneath the pile.
Yeah, he's the right defensive end as you look at the play. You can see him. He's you can see Elwood's 3 front men to the right side of the football, and that's him.
Petey Pugh, inside handoff, actually a sweep to McKelvey out to about the 25-yard line. Great move and staying in bounds, it looks like. And he gets down close to first down yardage. We'll see where they ultimately spot him.
Yeah,
will they mark the first down?
Yeah, that's a tricky one because you got to look all the way across the sideline if you're an official. But the first thing we see is he's reaching for his collar. They're sending him down the field. So it appears to be a BF first down, not quite in the red zone.
Not quite. Petey Pugh still in shotgun formation. Hand off to Denari Harris over the right side on a sweep. Gets it down to the 20, down inside that red zone, down around the 16, 17-yard line. May actually have 10 yards for another first down.
Hogue with the tackle there. Clear. Let's watch it on replay. Again, nothing fancy about this. They're coming around the right side. A good kick out block by the wideout on that side. My apologies, I couldn't get his number. But it's Beaver Falls is having good. It might have been Meach Taylor wearing jersey 11, but good blocking.
Beaver Falls, shotgun formation, handoff to Bricks Rawl up the middle, nowhere. Now he bounces it out to the left-hand side, making one man miss. Can he get the end zone? Stopped at the 5, still moving, still turning those legs, gets it down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. What a powerful run by Bricks Rawl.
No question about it. Again, what we're finding out is Ellwood's defenders, the first one can't bring him down, and in the open field, we'll look at it right here. There's a defender. He runs through that. The next one, Docchio, comes up, and he bounces off of him. It's the third tackler to make the stop.
And Bricks Rawl on another run up over left tackle, gets it down around the 1-yard line, setting up a 2nd and goal from the 1.
That is, as we look at it from our vantage point, that appears to be a short one also. You could probably put a softball between the football and the goal line as we see it.
Beaver Falls shotgun formation. BDP will take the snap at around the 5-6-yard line. Man in motion. Hand off to Bricks Rawl, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looks as though the ball's on the ground. Yeah, and the officials are saying third down. The ball was on the ground. It's now back to about what looks like the 2 or 3 yard line.
Ellwood's starting to figure out that when the lead blocker Sims comes to the left, and so is the ball carrier, and so they shoot the gap, and we saw you could see it bounce right there. Ellwood gave great chase, but BF had, because they're on offense, they just had better possession. But it is a loss of 2, no question about it.
Third and down, ball outside the 2, hand off, and this time Denari Harris spun around the 10, looking to find the edge on the left-hand side. This time, can he find the pylon? And the officials, they don't give an indication yet. And they're saying, no, he was down inside the 1.
But
if you can see this on Facebook, it's an absolutely remarkable run. He made this all on his own.
Yeah, not to slight our friends listening on radio, but he was effectively brought down at about the 12, but he never had the knee touch, and he comes back, breaks to his left. Now Brickner is out on the field. He is a passer. We'll see how this evolves. As BF gets to I guess it wasn't a loss. He was able to get that close.
He's with inside the 1. Brickner under center. He's taking it quarterback sneak into the end zone. We're waiting for the call. And no sign yet from the officials. No indication as to whether or not it was a touchdown or not.
That's usually bad news for the offense. If they haven't ruled it a touchdown by now, it's hard to believe that they will. But let's see.
So now,
now they ruled touchdown.
Ellwood City players were jumping up and down in excitement. Right. They thought it was going to be a stop. And now Beaver Falls players are jumping up and down, and now they're setting the ball up for the extra point conversion.
When you see the ball at the 3-yard line, you realize that it is a touchdown. I would say, and again, to their credit, they took time to see here. Let's watch the replay. Brickner is low. There's nothing but black jerseys there. Both, Ellwood saying no, BF saying yes. To the credit of the officials, they met. They decided what was going to happen, and it's a question of, was Brickner's knee down? Brickner was low. I think it's very clear that the ball was over the goal line, but was Brickner down? That's the question.
2-point conversion.
McKelvey in the shotgun.
To make it a 16-point game, takes a snap to the end zone. And the official says 2-point conversion is good. 30-14, Beaver Falls over Ellwood City. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Kickoff is next on Beaver County Radio.
Spotlight your future this fall at Community College of Beaver County. By attending our admissions showcases, you'll explore campus, talk one-on-one with professors, discover career and transfer-ready programs, and even enroll on the spot. Join us October 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Aviation Sciences Center in Chippewa to learn more about piloting, air traffic control, aerospace management, and the Aviation High School Academy. RSVP now at ccbc.edu/showcases.
First and 10 after the out of bounds on the kick from Tony. No return.
There's a flag down, though, by the Beaver Falls bench. I'm not sure what that entails.
Because the kick went out of bounds.
Okay.
I think that's what that's about.
Yeah. Okay, so it's quite a distance from where it happened. But, yeah, that's fine. So now
First and 10 at the 35 for Ellwood City.
Right. And again, this is where it's tough for Ellwood because, again, we've said it how many times on the broadcast. Elijah Palmer McCain came into this game averaging 168 a game on the ground. He has probably he's probably got a tenth of that tonight. So they have to come up with other sources of yardage.
Beaver Falls has been stingy all night long. Smiley in the shotgun. Palmer McCain to his right, to his left. He's looking for somebody downfield, looking for a man open. Pressure's coming, goes deep, looking for a man, and
it's
jump
caught.
Ball, and it was caught. What a great catch at the 25-yard line.
But Michael
by
Waters,
number 8.
Michael Waters is listed at 6'6", and McKelvey is listed at 5'6". So that's why they threw the ball up in the air for grabs. There's a simple reason.
There is a flag on the play all the way back to the 30-yard line. Referee is standing there. Personal foul, roughing the passer against Beaver Falls.
And that
everything is coming
let's
down
watch
this
our
way.
replay. Let's see the replay. There's the pass. We saw the hit. But see, down on this side, you can just see that Walters is a much taller player. And not that the ball was thrown that high, but he had greater leverage with which to make the catch. And now BF is going to have to suck things up, so to speak, now that Ellwood is in the red zone.
Yes, they caught it at the 25, and then a roughing the passer results in a half the distance to the goal line. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Chris Smiley in the shotgun. Palmer McCain to his right, looking for a man on a slant pattern. Doesn't have it. Incomplete pass, too high for his receiver.
But that's the same thing we've seen all night. Is that you have used that phrase how many times tonight? Too high for his receiver.
Yes.
So that's the bottom line. But they were going for that same matchup again. It was a McKelvey guarding Walters, a 5'6" guarding a 6'6". So that's why they have Walters out there to try to make plays.
Yeah, he had the position on the slant, just not able to connect. Referee now talking with Smiley. Play clock is set at 25. Play clock is not moving. Okay, now it is 23. Smiley looking over the defense, taking the snap, hands off to Palmer McCain up the middle, able to pick up 3 yards on the play inside the 10, setting up a 3rd and 5, maybe 6.
Yes, and again, that's one of his better carries tonight. Though he was able to make a few strides and fall forward. BF has stopped him cold previously, so perhaps he will be able to get untracked offensively here in the latter stages of the third period.
Under a minute and a half in the third quarter. Smiley's back. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looking down the middle, looking to his right, looking for an outlet, scrambling to his left, tucking it, running it to the 10, 5, takes on a tackler, gets inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, really close to first down yardage.
Harris with the tackle, though, coming up and effectively kneeling down in front of the ball carrier as Denari Harris comes up out of the secondary. You can see it right here, making the hit, shoulder down, making sure no targeting. But now you can see the defensive run package is in there with Jacob Jesseman, number 77, hustling out onto the field. He'll be the nose man as Beaver Falls defies Ellwood to try to run at them.
4th and inches on this play. Smiley up tight.
But was there a whistle?
I think they whistled.
Yeah, I think BF called timeout before
it ever.
They did. Yeah, there it is.
Nardone's out at the 15-yard line. So now it's timeout. Beaver Falls talking this thing over. 4th and inches. 30-14 they lead over Ellwood City. Back in 30 on Beaver County Radio.
It's football season, and if you can see the Aquaman of Beaver County heading deep on a fly route to the end zone, it shouldn't surprise you. This is Jim Riggio, the Aquaman of Beaver County from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. Why, you ask? It's obvious. Going deep or the full distance for our customers, no matter what we are up against, is in our game plan. Now, what isn't quite so simple is getting my web feet into a pair of those cleats. This is the Aquaman from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. And looky here, I'm wide open that is, to doing whatever it takes to serve you. Click bfwater.net.
Mike Azadian, how close is that ball to the first down marker?
I tell you what, guys, it is inches. If I could tell you, from where I'm standing, probably 2 or 3 inches at the max.
2 inches max on this one. Ellwood City coming in to the line of scrimmage.
The key.
Everybody's in tight.
Yep.
Smiley is under center. Palmer McCain in the backfield behind him. Quarterback sneak. They're going forward. But what's interesting about what they're doing there is that they ran a play that would be legal in college and in the pros with that scrum push, and then just try to do it on that play.
Now,
and there's a penalty flag on the field around the 3.
Let's see if the chain gang comes out. But it was still our man. Inside it was still Jacob Jesseman. They could not push him back.
And they're calling out the chains for a measurement.
Which is, they got to come all the way across the field as we see the ball is near the BF sideline, so they're going to come all the way across. They're trying to not have the chain gangs out so much, but I think in a situation like this, you really want to for complete accuracy in that push play.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get this right. And if he has it, it's not by much.
Yeah, it is
first down.
First and goal, we should say. So I would expect Beaver Falls to keep their run defense package in the football game to try to stop Palmer McCain or any other backs from Ellwood from crossing the plane.
First and goal inside the 3. Beaver Falls leading 30-14. Less than 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Once again, everybody's in tight except for one wide receiver, Dominic Hogue, out to the right-hand side around the hash mark. Smiley under center, hands it off to Palmer McCain. Nothing up the middle. Darts to the outside, finds it. Touchdown, Palmer McCain from 3 yards out.
In Beaver Falls plugged the middle. They got bodies down on the line of scrimmage. The problem is they didn't have a tackler. They were clogging things up. They forced him to the outside. The only problem for BF is, again, Palmer McCain was able to spin outside and make a move.
And now they're going for the 2-point conversion, trailing 30-20. 3.7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Smiley now in shotgun formation. He's been in this formation most of the night tonight. And now it looks as though there is a timeout. Referee calling for timeout. Timeout Beaver Falls. We'll take a timeout with them. You know what? I tell you what. Let's see if we can check in with Mike Azadian. Mike, how close was that spot on that play?
I tell you what, They made it by less than an inch. I went on the field and looked. It was less than an inch they made that play by.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. What do we have, Bruce? We'll keep it here when it comes to scores from the Fry Transportation Update Desk.
Yeah, a little bit of movement. Fort Cherry put another one up on Cornell, so that's 28-7. It's Central Valley 35, Ambridge 12. Beaver takes a 17-7 lead over Seton LaSalle. That's been a change. And it looks like Western still leads New Brighton 14-0 on the Fry Transportation Instant Update Desk.
All right, 3.7 seconds left to go. This is an untimed down and an extra point. They're looking for a 2-point conversion, trailing by 10 points. Beaver Falls up by 16 at one point because of 2-point conversions. Ellwood City trying to match them. Shotgun, back the pass, looking for somebody in a post pattern. Does he have him? It looks as though he does. Conversion. They're looking to confirm. Referees talking. They both throw their arms up. 2-point conversion for Ellwood City on a great pass and catch.
Yeah, it's the big guy again. It's Michael Walters. He's got the 6'6" frame on these listings, and he sure looks every bit of it. They throw it to him in the far part of the end zone. Remember, it's a left-handed passer, and we can see on replay. Does he get his feet? McKelvey is just not in position to make the deflection, and it's a 2-point grab. That makes the plot all the more interesting here late in the third period.
30-22, back with the kickoff next on Beaver County Radio.
Being a part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden-Marilaquippa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
Kreitzer with a kickoff, taken at the 20. Little bit of a juggle, and then up the middle of the field, Denari Harris gets it out beyond the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Beaver Falls.
Yeah, that'll end the third period on that kickoff.
Sure will. 30-22, Beaver Falls over Ellwood City. The fourth quarter starts next on Beaver County Radio.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
And I'm a Bubba Beaver believer.
But I'm the biggest Bubba Beaver believer.
All right, man, you got me.
Be a Beaver believer in a new Nissan. Get a new Rogue S for just $359 a month or a new Ultima Premium package for only $359 a month. Plus guaranteed credit approval and the best certified pre-owned warranty.
Stop in and become a Baba Beaver believer like me.
And me.
At Beaver County Auto.
At MRS Physical Therapy, they understand that you expect to receive treatment that will help you move better, feel better, and recover faster and more completely from an injury or operation. But did you know that you can make an appointment to come see MRS Physical Therapy without a doctor's referral? And they can offer same-day appointments. You can come see them whenever you want and come back as many times as you wish for 30 days. There's no need to wait until you see a primary care physician. Get treatment when you need it most at MRS Physical Therapy in Bridgewater and Cranberry. Visit mrsphysicaltherapy.com.
Beaver Falls looking to answer Ellwood City. They have it now, 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Near hash mark, they're going from right to left. Beaver Falls, black, all black tonight. Ellwood City, all white with their blue numerals. Beaver Falls, black with white numerals and trim. And now a timeout after a quarter change by Beaver Falls. And I believe that's their third timeout.
Yes.
Second timeout.
No, number 2. Both teams have used 2 the way I see it.
Okay.
But I've been covering this a long time. I think that's the first time I've seen a timeout call with 12:00 left in the period.
You would think between the two-point conversion timeout and then this timeout
happen.
that you would have everything in line. But
maybe the coach looks out and sees that's not what he asked for on the time between periods. Coach Nardone thought enough of it to call a timeout, and that's the way it works.
And Beaver Falls now coming to the line of scrimmage. Ellwood City really making a great game of this when you thought that Beaver Falls was going to go up 16 points. and be able to kind of cruise a little bit. Ellwood City said, nope, we're coming back. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. Now we have an 8-point game. Beaver Falls, shotgun formation. Petey Pugh immediately met in the backfield after he handed off. Gain, actually a loss of 3 yards for Bricks Raw.
We've talked about Perry Du Bois all night. 5'11", 340, wearing jersey number 50. He comes in and engulfs here. Watch this right there. He engulfs the ball carrier, and you're not going to run through a guy weighing right there. 340 shuts the door.
That big guy almost got there right in time for the handoff. That is some movement from the line of scrimmage to be able to get back there on Bricks Raw like that. So now we have a 2nd and 13 from the 35. Pass out to Blackshear. Incomplete. Mike Blackshear not able to catch that pass, and it sets up a 3rd and long for Beaver Falls.
Yeah, it looked to be out of the reach of Blackshear, but at least it was thrown in a position where it couldn't be intercepted by Ellwood.
So this is interesting position for Beaver Falls. I mean, they've had some 3rd and longs before, but the way Ellwood City has come out and stopping that run where it was consistently available to Beaver Falls all night long, that run up the middle with Bricks Raw coming back with a -3 on the first down play, now setting up with that incomplete pass, a 3rd and 13. Shotgun formation, looking for somebody on the left-hand side, finds a man, Denari Harris, hits him in the hands, and then ball goes out of bounds, incomplete. 4th and 13. Beaver Falls is punting.
Right, Brickner got it out there, but it just wasn't in the field of play. It wasn't able to be completed. So we talk about momentum. Ellwood City with the score to cut the lead, and that now they come around and their defense forces a BF punt, and certainly Ellwood will be trying to make a return here off the McKelvey punt.
1 man deep for Ellwood City, set at the 35-yard line. McKelvey gets a snap high over his head. Ball hits the ground, looking for somewhere to go. Running the ball over the right-hand side, can't kick it away. Ellwood City tackles him at the 25-yard line.
His nemesis, Walters. Walters coming up, and again, the guy who McKelvey has been trying to guard in pass coverage, Walters at 6'6", comes in and dives and makes the stop. Again, special teams have been a tough spot for Beaver Falls all year. They've not really kicked extra points, and they haven't had to punt enough times that they have had much practice at it. So this huge turnaround gives Ellwood the ball almost in the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 25, far hash mark. Smith is in shotgun formation, hands to Palmer McCain over the left-hand side, picks up 1 once again, so we're looking at a 2nd and 9.
One more time when BF is able to stop this young man, and that's certainly been something that's kept Beaver Falls in this game all night. BF leads 30-22 with under 11 minutes in regulation if you just joined us. And I'm not going to lie to you, this has been the best Friday night game we've had all year.
Ellwood City, shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, looking down the left-hand side, throwing toward the end zone, has a man. It looks as though it's a touchdown.
Yeah, Walters has the football. Is he in the field of play? But that's what they have to legislate. Or no, the ball slipped out.
The ball is out because I never saw a sign from a referee to signal touchdown. And everybody for Beaver Falls and Ellwood City.
Let's take a look at our replay. There's the left-handed pass. There's the dive, but the ball rolls away towards the school bus. It's not a completion.
Not at all. 3rd and 8 now. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Walters makes the dive, but
Smiley is in shotgun. Looks over to the sideline. Now barks out some orders. Takes a snap. Looking to his right, looking over the middle, dumps it over to his outlet man at the running back, running for the end zone. He's got himself a touchdown. Elijah Palmer McCain. He's one who gets receptions for touchdowns, 6 receptions, 1 touchdown on the year. We'll make that 2.
Yeah, that's a 24-yard touchdown pass, but it was only a matter of time before they throw him an outlet pass because he's been so valuable in the running game. Sometimes you can ignore, and there he is right in the middle of the field, breaking to the outside, and he is wide open. That'll go as a 24-yard touchdown.
So now Ellwood City looking to tie this game up at 30. 10:15 to go in the fourth quarter, and how the game has changed from about the 1 minute, 2 minute mark of the third quarter. Smiley looking for somebody, throwing it over the middle.
Oh, and the ref is plowed in too. Here, watch. He fades away, throws it left-handed off the back foot. The ref is right in near where the pass was intended, and
did you get any points for that?
No, it's tough. No. A ref does not want to be there. A ref does not want to be involved in that situation. And in the wideout on that side, Gagrick, he seems really puzzled as if to say, I think I could have maybe caught the football if the referee hadn't have been right there. So a very odd end to that play.
There was a penalty on Ellwood City on the two-point conversion. It was declined, and the two-point conversion, no good. 30-28, 10:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Kickoff is next on Beaver County Radio.
Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but winning is all in the game when you shop for a used car at the Beaver Valley Auto Mall. Because the Beaver Valley Auto Mall believes that the experience of buying a used car should be an exciting and simple process. When you're looking for a used car near the Beaver Valley area, look no further than the inventory of cars and trucks and SUVs at the Beaver Valley Auto Mall. Stop in today and see their incredible selection. You'll find all the help you need or click BeaverValleyCars.com. Beaver Valley Auto Mall, near the mall in Center Township.
And we're setting up for the kickoff. Caden Chrysler is the kicker.
In BF, they've now moved up to the 20, but you would think that the kick is going to be short of that, and it is, way short.
Right around the 23-yard line, takes it, runs up the right-hand side, has a seam.
Blackshear, who's going to catch him?
Blackshear is running. Is anybody catch him?
Not the kicker.
Nobody is going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown. Blackshear.
That goes as 77 yards. You mentioned he caught it at the 23.
Yes.
And that was also a flag football touchdown. He never had to. Here, let's take a look. Hopefully BF won't celebrate excessively. We saw that up at New Brighton. But the bottom line is that he is here. Here's the return. He's met the player on the left is the kicker. Soccer play. I won't discriminate against because he's a female. I'll just say that soccer players typically aren't used to tackling. In that sense, tackle
that is
football.
True.
Right. So I won't point that out. I'll just say that kickers in general aren't used to making tackles. I should say soccer players, and it's a different kind of tackle.
Right.
But now BF is going for 2 here to make it a better margin and to make it tougher. Obviously, a 10-point margin is a lot more satisfactory than 8.
36-28 is the score.
There's quite a bit of talk at the line of scrimmage. Hopefully they got it straight.
And what a great defensive play by Ellwood City. It was a handoff to Denari Harris. He was trying to run a sweeper on the left-hand side and just
Evan
completely
Tweddle is the
blew
guy.
It up in the backfield.
Evan Tweddle is the young man's name. And we've talked about 72 and 73 being bookends all night. Let's look at it on replay. Right on the top middle of your screen, a sack. Again, our apologies if you're on radio. We're talking to our Facebook audience. But if the radio, the picture we're trying to get is that this young man wearing jersey 73, Tweddle for Ellwood City, shoots the gap right at about left guard and comes right through and buries the ball carrier to keep it an 8-point game.
Yeah, that was a big stop for Ellwood City.
No
they
doubt.
Needed that. Absolutely. It kept it a one-score game is what it did. And now Beaver Falls set to kick off. Ellwood City, their return men aren't all that deep either. They're set at the 20. Return men consistently have been Dante Pierce and Elijah Palmer McCain. This kick, a squib kick, and taken by one of the up men. Nope, actually out of bounds before he was able to take possession of it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ellwood City at their 35-yard line. kick out of bounds results in a delay of game penalty. So now the ball set up on the far hash mark. So Beaver Falls is winning 36-28. 10:03 to go in the fourth quarter. And as you said, this is a remarkable game. If not the best
easily
game
our
we've
best
had.
of the year, hands down, no question about it.
Wolverines are set up at the 35.
Beaver Falls anticipating run. They've got their run package in. Let's see how it goes.
Smiley back to pass, looking for a man on the left-hand side. Can he get him? No. Overthrows just a little bit. And Sean McKelvey was in coverage that time, but just not able to make the completion.
Trying Walters one more time. Walters has been an effective weapon for the Wolverines, but that was a straight fly pattern, but it just was a little bit long for him. And it remains 10 yards to go. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ball's at the 35 once again. Shotgun formation for Smiley. Palmer McCain on his right-hand side. 2 right, 1 left. Back to pass all the way, looking for an outlet batter into Palmer McCain. He has it out to the 45, breaks a tackle out to the 47, 48-yard line. First down yardage on that play.
How can you blame Ellwood City? That's how they just scored a touchdown from 24 yards out. That time it works for about 20 more. Again, with a left hand, there's the wide side of the field. You can see on replay right up near the G in Geneva as we're playing at Reeves. Wide open, and BF's going to have to adjust and identify Palmer McCain coming out of the backfield.
Snap back to pass, scrambling to his left, looking for somebody downfield, not able to find anybody, and then throws it out of bounds in order to avoid the sack. Smiley deciding that, how about if we just play for the next down?
Well, he's also deciding that he doesn't think that he could make it to where the line of scrimmage was. He was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he threw that. He lacked the confidence that he could pick up that yardage. As you get a good view of Matheny Fieldhouse and the administrative offices of Geneva College in the background on the visitors' side where the Ellwood City fans reside.
2nd and 10 now for Ellwood City. Beaver Falls playing off. Their safeties are a good 12, 13 yards off the line of scrimmage. Smiley back to pass. Looking over the defense, finds a man over the middle. Oh, my goodness. That was so close to being an interception. Petey Pugh, the ball was in and out of his hands.
Yep, and again, it's tough when you're a defensive back in that if you're on offense, you know the ball's coming to you. If you're on defense, you have no clue what's going to happen. You have to react in a heartbeat, and it just happened a little bit fast for him.
3rd and 10. 9:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Back to pass all the way, looking to his left, finds a man and immediately taken down at the 50-yard line. Great tackle, open field, 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Walters makes the catch. McKelvey's been trying to guard him valiantly, but again, it's 5'6" versus 6'6". Walters makes the catch, but to McKelvey's everlasting credit, he makes the stop to set up a 4th and long.
It is 4th and 8. They're set up just inside the 49 toward the 50. They have to get all the way to the 43-yard line.
Will they try one more screen pass to Palmer McCain?
It seems as though that's been open as often as they want it. Here comes Palmer McCain out to the right side. He's running a wheel route. Can he make a connection? No, they cannot.
That
incomplete pass.
2 Tigers identified him there. So that was the so-called well-ran dry, and that is a huge turnover on downs for Beaver Falls.
Yeah, Meach Taylor was there, and Denari Harris was in the area as well. So you're looking at a turnover on downs and just an absolutely huge play for the Beaver Falls defense.
Yeah, well, the question is, how much time can Beaver Falls run off here now? They would like, although Brickner is on the field, he's generally accepted as a passer, but he can certainly hand the ball off to Rawl, who's on his left.
Everybody's in tight. Sweep play once again by Beaver Falls, right to left, looking for the corner. Gets out beyond the 45-yard line, picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play.
Right, Daccio comes up and makes the play for Ellwood City. Very heroic. Again, you've mentioned it before several times. He's Ellwood's leading tackler.
Yes, he is. By a bunch, too. That man just seems to be everywhere. That young man's all over the field. Beaver Falls running clock now. Just about 8 minutes to go in the game. 15 seconds on a play clock. Beaver Falls taking their time.
As we like to say, in regulation.
Because
we don't know that the game might not end.
That's a very good point, sir. Very, very good point. Man in motion. This time, Petey Pugh decides to keep it himself up over the 40, inside the 40, down around the 39-yard line. He's really close to first down yardage and waiting for the signal from the officials about whether or not they're going to give it to him.
Meach Taylor is shaken up a little bit. He limps off the field so that Kenny Jewell comes in as a replacement on offense for BF.
Caden Brickner and a quarterback bringing the play in from the sideline.
Yep. And again,
about 10 seconds to go on the play clock.
Yeah, each one of these runs can take up nearly a minute, though, and that's what BF wants to do.
Low snap, quick handoff to Bricks Rawl up the middle and gets really close to the 30-yard line. That was a very dangerous play there. That was a low snap that he was just able to gain control of and then reached out to hand it off to Bricks Rawl.
Right, but credit Brickner for making the adjustment and getting it into Rawl's breadbasket so that Bricks could head up the field. But that was about 5 more piggyback yards. He was carrying defenders right and left on that play.
Caden Brickner going to the sideline to get the play, coming back into the huddle to let everybody know what's going on. The clock is running under 6:30 in regulation.
Yeah, this is all BF wants is the grind clock on the ground. It's real simple.
Shotgun man in motion, handoff to Bricks Rawl once again to the left-hand side. He has the corner. There's a man to beat. Can he do it? They're trying to drag him down. He's getting close to the end zone. They say he's down inside the 2. What a run by Bricks Rawl over the left-hand side.
Yeah, and the ball did come loose. It was picked up. Here, let's look at our replay if you're on Facebook. It's Rawl coming down in the red zone, breaks it right there, breaks the tackle, and I think he was out of bounds before the ball came loose. Net result, the Pigskins at the 2-yard line.
Brickner's in shotgun, handoff to Bricks Rawl up over the left-hand side, goes in, scores a touchdown. Another flag football touchdown for Bricks Rawl with 6 minutes to go. It is now a 42-28 game. Beaver Falls over Ellwood City.
That was a demonstrative 2-yard run, and Rawl certainly was authoritative in getting across the goal line. Now the onus is on Ellwood, although BF would clearly like to make this point, or I should say 2 points they would like to make.
Caden Brickner is in the shotgun formation. Bricks Rawl on his left hip, man in motion, hands off to Bricks Rawl, looking for somewhere to go and not able to get anywhere. Ellwood City stuffing that 2-point conversion, 42-28. Mike Azadian on the sideline. Mike, did it look as though he got in on that play? Did they make the right call in saying he was down inside the 2?
Yeah. Vantage point, it looked like he was down. It looked like his knee was down.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mike. So 42-28. Beaver Falls over Ellwood City. Beaver Falls up by 14. And with these 2-point conversions and then failed 2-point conversions where you think you're going to be up 15, 16, now it's back to just a 2-touchdown game still, and without 2-point conversions. And Ellwood City, can they get something going again? It's been a game of swings for them.
Yeah, that's the problem is Ellwood has 6 minutes to try to score 2 touchdowns with only 1 timeout to their name. So that's what's tricky about it. Let's see if Tony can come up with a kickoff blast here. BF has been good on kickoff coverage tonight. The first thing that BF wants to do is they would like to pin Ellwood on this kickoff and make the Wolverines drive a long way.
Tony kicks it off, and it's to an up man at the 32-yard line. Looks at the edge, gets the corner all the way out beyond midfield to the 50. Looks as though he is in Beaver Falls territory. Very nice return by Ellwood City.
Yeah, that's O'Brien, Declan O'Brien with the return, and he is able to get it. We've talked about it before. Drive starts are very pivotal. If you're BF, you don't want a team to have the first play after a kickoff in your territory, but that's the situation. So it's a little bit of a shorter field for Ellwood.
49-yard line of Beaver Falls. Smiley is looking over to see what it is that Bradley wants him to do. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. Looking for a man over the middle. He has him inside the 25-yard line. Catching by Luciano Gagrick. What a play between Chris Smiley and
Demetrius
Gagrick.
Taylor just coming in late at the 32-yard line. He came in, tried to make a diving play, tried to make a pass breakup, but it was that ball, that was like a Brady pass. I mean, that was thrown where nobody but the receiver could make a play on it. Pinpoint.
Ellwood City driving. Smiley now once again looking over to Bradley. Barking out orders to his team. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left, looking downfield the entire time, finds a man over the middle, complete pass inside the 15-yard line.
Hogue picks
to
it
number
right
1,
yeah,
Dominic Hogue.
Hogue is right there. He is not the biggest kid out there. There are some valiant players out there tonight at 5'5" and 5'6" on either team, and Hogue is one of them. He's able to get low to the ground and make the reception for a first down.
1st and 10. Just outside the 10-yard line. Handoff. Palmer McCain up the middle and gets 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
But see, that's a tough play for Ellwood because the clock's at 4:40 when he got it. And that clock is just going to run. Ellwood doesn't have the luxury of these running plays that take 40 seconds off the clock. They just don't have the time.
And they continue to huddle up. There's no hurry-up offense here. Play clock is down to 20 seconds. Smiley's in the shotgun. Palmer McCain to his left side. Takes a snap. Rolls to his left, looking for someone. Pressure's coming and tries to release it to Gagrick and just overthrown by just a little bit.
Yeah, again, that's because there's 2 guys in his grill also. Beaver Falls, to my way of thinking, that was the best pass rush they had all night. I mean, they really had people in there. The young man that came in, Kenny Jewell, came in for Taylor, wearing jersey 12, he came in with a furious rush, as did Sims from the far outside post.
Shotgun formation one more time. 2 right, 1 left. They've been consistently running this formation. Back to pass, looking to his right.
Pre-snap.
And the referees throw a flag, stop the play, and we're waiting for the call.
Yeah,
we're down to 4:05 to go in regulation.
Yes, and that's why every second, see, like that false start on Ellwood, that's a tough one for them because that time drained and nothing even happened. So that's tough for the Wolverines.
So the ball's back to the 15-yard line, 3rd and 13 from the 15. Once again, shotgun, 2 right, 1 left. Takes a snap, looking to his left, looking for a man, looking to the end zone, and just beyond the outstretched hands of Gagrick once. Hogue.
I think it hit his hands. No, it was. You were right the first time. It was Gagrick. It just hit his hands. And again, it would have been a great diving catch. Gagrick listed at 5'11", 195. He just unable to pull it in, and that brings. I'll say this. This is 4th and game to go for Ellwood.
Yeah, 4th and 13. This is it. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. What does Bradley dial up here? You mentioned earlier about how he just seems to be the offensive mind that he is and able to turn teams around. And he's doing a remarkable job here with Ellwood City. back to pass, looking for a man down to the end zone, and intercepted in the end zone by Beaver Falls. Intercepted by McKelvey.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, he was guarding Hogue, a guy who's about his size. He just stepped in front of him in center field type fashion and made the interception.
42-28. And McKelvey, after he was being taken advantage of a little bit by Michael Walters, the 6'6", 195 senior, just because he just was taller than him by, almost a foot or so.
Yes.
But this time around, having the opportunity to make the play, playing a little bit of center field from that safety position.
Yep.
Able to read the quarterback's eyes, saw the ball coming, immediately jumped the route, and is able to get that interception. And now it's about whether or not Beaver Falls is just going to run this thing out and keep the ball for the rest of the game.
Yep, football's a game of matchups, and BF had a favorable one that time.
Bricks Raw handoff up the middle, out over the 25-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 3. We'll call it 3 yards. Maybe got 7 yards on the play.
Each snap takes valuable seconds off the clock. That's what BF has going for it.
Before you go, let's talk about this. CCBC player of the game we have to name for both Ellwood City and for Beaver Falls. And Beaver Falls, you would think that Bricks Raw was an easy one, but Denari Harris kept on making arguments for why you should be voting for him, too.
I still go for Raw because he's playing tough brand of defense. And for Ellwood, I got to go with Smiley. He made some great plays under some pressure from BF.
And once again, handoff over the left-hand side this time. 3rd down now for Beaver Falls. Running clock, 3 minutes left to go. Let's check in with Mike Azadian on the sideline. Mike, as you're looking at this game, give me 2 contenders for the CCBC player of the game.
I'm in 100% agreement with Bruce. I picked Raw and I picked Smiley as well. And it's hard to overlook Palmer McLean, and it's hard to but I agree with Bruce 100%.
Mike, thank you very much. We will be getting interviews with Mike Azadian coming up in just a couple of moments with the CCBC players of the game. That will be Bricks Raw for Beaver Falls and Chris Smiley for Ellwood City. Beaver Falls run over the left-hand side, able to get that first down yardage to move the chains and keep the clock running once this first down is marked off, and we're down to 2:15 and a running clock. Coming up after the game, we are looking at the Falcones Moon Township Ford wrap-up show. Our own Bruce Fry will be hosting that. Coming up before that, though, the Electric Garage Doors post-game show with the CCBC Player of the Game interviews coming up in just a couple of moments. Play clock is running down to 12 seconds, minute 50 on the game clock. Once again, Beaver Falls 42-28. And this was a game all the way up until a couple of moments ago. Handoff to Bricks Raw over the right-hand side. Takes it over the 35, over the 40, very close to first down yardage. And he's put in an exclamation point on the CCBC Player of the Game performance that he's had tonight. He has, for the most part, been running absolutely at will. Whatever he wants to do, he's been able to. There have been many times where he's been able to have big yardage, touchdowns where he's not been even touched going into the end zone, and so many other times when he is tackled, he's not going down with the first tackle. First guy in doesn't seem to be getting any of that with him, except for maybe Du Bois, number 50, who comes in over 300 pounds. He hit him one time in the backfield, but outside of that, it's taken 3, 4, 5 guys to be able to bring him down. This time, breaks it over right-hand side, stiff arms, out to the 30, 25, close to the 25-yard line. Bricks Raw breaking tackles and stiff-arming Elijah Palmer McCain to be able to pick up big yardage once again. First down inside of Ellwood City territory, down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. It looks as though Beaver Falls is going to have to run one more play based upon the play clock and then call it a night. The big question will be is, will they just take the snap and take a knee? It looks as though they're going to do just that. Final score, Beaver Falls 42, Ellwood City 28. Let's take 30 seconds and come back with the CCBC Player of the Game interviews with our own Mike Azadian and hopefully have an opportunity to talk to Coach Nick Nardone on the victory as well. Coming up on Beaver County Radio.
J. Young Refuse in Industry is proud to be an integral part of Beaver County for the past 34 years. Featuring a wide range of recycling services for contracted areas, they are sure to help you get the job done. The J. Young Refuse team of professional drivers consistently exceeds safety and service throughout the day while their customer service representatives take professionalism to the next level. Call them today at 724-495-6199 with any questions you may have.
If you're a parent that's already watched plenty of youth baseball or soccer games, you know the value of teamwork. Whether it's the team on the field or your team of family members at home, strengthening that group can pay off in many ways. Keystone Wellness Programs is offering their free Strengthening Families program in Beaver County for families of children ages 10 to 14. Learn how to increase family bonding and communications, all while having fun together. Visit KeystoneWellnessPrograms.org for details.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
No matter what the circumstances, no matter the reason, one of the few things that is left when a loved one passes on are the memories. Staging those memories in an honoring way is one of the reasons so many people have chosen J&J Spratt Funeral Home. A person's legacy depends on a lifetime of accomplishments and then how they are remembered. J&J Spratt Funeral Home has helped start the process of creating positive legacies for over 70 years. Visit jjsprattfh.com. Joseph M. Spratt, Supervisor and Funeral Director.
You're listening to 2023 high school football coverage on Beaver County Radio. This game is being brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky and White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg Garbutt Kelly and George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com.
Time for the Electric Garage Doors postgame show and the CCBC players of the game. And first, we'll check in with Mike Azadian. I believe he has Coach Nardone.
Yeah, I have Coach Nick Nardone. Coach, first half didn't go exactly as you guys, but you got strong in a second.
Like I told you, after broken coverages, we made the adjustment. And then half, they did some good. It's on me as the defensive coordinator.
Well, Bricks player game. Your running game really set the tone. First half, but the second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, teams know we want to do better and some good passes to keep teams honest. But we knew into this having two guys out, our goal was to just run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. And that line blocked like madmen. Bricks ran like a maniac. So everybody.
Did your kids know how important this game was to make, as far as making the playoffs?
Absolutely. We knew to win this. When they all are important.
Coach, we're going to talk to Bricks next. Let's bring him over.
Mike Azadian with Bricks Raw.
Bricks Raw, tremendous game by you. Let's talk about your line blocking for your first.
Line is amazing. Even though they made some mistakes, they still made up for it. They got me what I needed. They blocked for at least 3 seconds. That's all I need to get the hole.
Scoring touchdowns, they mentioned a couple of times. It was almost like flag football. There were some times it feel good to get that much open space.
All it is, man. Whenever the line's blocking like that and I can get the hole and there's barely anybody around me to get me, I just can do whatever I want. I can move how I want.
Well, usually there's a tandem running back, but tonight probably especially in the second. How's it feel that they have that much?
Man, it feels great knowing that my coaches and my team can let me run the ball, do what I want, and let them help lead them to a win and everything, not having any doubt in me, having all their faith.
Hey, go celebrate with your team.
I will. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, Mike Azadian now with the CCBC Player of the Game from Ellwood City.
Hey, we're with Mr. Smiley down here. You guys played a tough first half. Surprised them with the onside kick. You had a big touchdown pass early. You were tied, and you guys played a tremendous first half. How'd you guys feel going to the locker room?
We felt great. It was a close game. We were still in it. We were playing good. I felt like we could have played better. A few more mistakes. A few mistakes we had, but we could have.
Well, you had protection. Talk about your line. You didn't get touched a whole lot, so your line protected you to pass all night.
It was great. It's just like every game they do it. The only reason why I get what I get.
It's cold. Problems gripping the ball because a couple go high, a couple go low. I know that's tough on you as a quarterback, but as it starts getting colder, harder to grip the ball.
I actually wasn't getting cold. I was actually getting too hot. My hands were getting slippery.
Your hands were getting slippery. So talk about this team. It was a tough loss. I know you guys had high hopes coming into that second half, but they ran the ball against you guys in the second half, and they just took control. What did you learn from this game?
We have to play better in close games and tough situations. We have to be more clutch as a football team.
Overall, Coach Bradley has really brought this program together. Even though a couple of tough losses, you guys have had a successful season.
Yeah, we have. Coach Brad's just great. He helps us a lot. Everything he does just makes us better and better every day.
I see these shoes fit you pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you remember that, huh? All right, my man. Thanks. All right, that's CCBC Player of the Games, and we are going to send it back up to you, and I'll join you shortly in the booth.
Thank you very much, Mike. Do appreciate that. Stick around. We'll come back with some insights on this game. Once again, Beaver Falls 42, Ellwood City 28 from Reeves Field on Beaver County Radio. You are listening to the postgame show on Beaver County Radio.
Do you know a child who struggles to read? If so, the tuition-free brick-and-mortar Provident Charter School West is here to help. The Provident Charter School West in Baden is helping children from 1st grade through 4th learn to overcome dyslexia so they can return to their hometown schools and graduate with their friends. Provident Charter School West meets the needs of children with dyslexia so they can become the inventors and educators of tomorrow. For more information, visit providentcharterschool.org.
If you're a parent that's already watched plenty of youth baseball or soccer games, you know the value of teamwork. Whether it's the team on the field or your team of family members at home, strengthening that group can pay off in many ways. Keystone Wellness Programs is offering their free Strengthening Families program in Beaver County for families of children ages 10 to 14. Learn how to increase family bonding and communications, all while having fun together. Visit KeystoneWellnessPrograms.org for details.
Everyone at Plasmeyer Towing in Ellwood City is proud to help sponsor Beaver County Radio's broadcast of local games this football season. Plasmeyer Towing provides their customers with usable auto parts and pays top dollar for junk vehicles. They also offer low prices on towing services. Plasmeyer Towing Services, New Brighton, Ellwood City, Beaver County, and Allegheny County. Plasmeyer Towing extends best wishes and safe travel to all the teams this season.
The pregame show will set the stage for the upcoming game coverage. A pre-career start at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center can set up your high school student for life. I'm Vince Crateri, Public Relations and Marketing Specialist at the Beaver County Career and Technology Center with great news. There is still time for this school year in some of our top earning career training programs, but you must act now. Have your child or grandchild see their school counselor today. Hurry. Classroom space is limited, and these prime opportunities are on a first-come, first-served basis. Let the Beaver County CTC open doors for you in the game of life. Click bcctc.org.
Now that the sights and sounds of summer are fading in your rearview mirror, there's still time to enjoy your classic car and turn heads this fall. Restore your cherished ride to its former glory and call Ganew's Bodyworks in Freedom. Gary Snare has been offering collision and restoration services for over 20 years. Everything from lowering or airbagging your rod or street custom to full custom color paint, Ganew's also handles collision and general repairs. Say hello to cooler weather with the hottest car around. Call Ganew's Bodyworks, 408th Street in Freedom.
If you have big plans for this fall, like a new car or home remodeling project, but feel like it's getting a little late in the game and you're out of timeouts, it's time to call an audible, a 749 audible. This is Coach Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. 24-month personal loans are now available with approved credit from 7.49%. So get up to the line, the teller line that is, and call your own 749 audible. Stop in for details. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In order to call the right play, you have to be able to communicate. Dental hygiene not only affects appearance and eating habits, it can also have an impact on your ability to speak clearly. Dr. C. Timothy Lip wants you to keep your teeth in the game, and he has a playbook designed for success so that you can call the right play or even call an audible. Get suited up for a win, or at least a winning smile, by joining Dr. C. Timothy Lip's team in Beaver Falls or Robinson Township. Visit lipdentistry.com.
Spotlight your future this fall at Community College of Beaver County. By attending our admissions showcases, you'll explore campus, talk one-on-one with professors, discover career and transfer-ready programs, and even enroll on the spot. Join us October 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Aviation Sciences Center in Chippewa to learn more about piloting, air traffic control, aerospace management, and the Aviation High School Academy. RSVP now at ccbc.edu/showcases.
Are you a believer?
I am absolutely a believer.
And I'm a Bubba Beaver believer.
But I'm the biggest Bubba Beaver believer.
All right, man, you got me.
Be a Beaver believer in a new Nissan. Get a new Rogue S for just $359 a month, or a new Ultima Premium package for only $359 a month, plus guaranteed credit approval and the best certified pre-owned warranty.
Stop in and become a Bubba Beaver believer like me.
And me.
At Beaver County Auto.
It might be time to repair or replace that old garage door. Call on Robin and her team of expert installers at Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca. Dial 724-774-3200 and your door will work like a charm. Featuring CHI quality garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, and over 50 years experience, Robin and her team will get it done right. Electric Garage Door Sales. Give them a call at 724-774-3200 or find them online at electricgaragedoorsales.com.
Beaver Falls, big winners over Ellwood City, 42-28, but the game's so much closer than what the final score is going to reveal because it really came all the way down to that very last drive and the interception by Denari Harris in the end zone to really seal the fate for Ellwood City. But what a great game, and as our own Bruce Fry had said a couple of times during the game, the best game we've had to broadcast so far this season. Bricks Rawls stepping up in place of D'Italian Buford. D'Italian Buford coming into the game averaging 8 yards a carry. Bricks Rawls was averaging 6'1", and he did better than that tonight. Just absolutely dominating performance on the ground. Denari Harris making his own contention for CCBC Player of the Game with some great runs and that pass interception in the end zone to be able to seal the fate. And even though they were able to, they didn't have their starting quarterback and Deshaun Anderson, they were able to swap in and out Petey Pugh and Caden Brickner at times to be able to move the ball enough, throw the ball just enough. But once they realized they could do what they wanted to on the ground, putting it up in the air really wasn't that big of a deal. And what was impressive, too, this defense was able to stop Chris Smiley, that is averaging 154 yards a game, 2 touchdowns practically every game, and 2-1 when it comes to touchdowns to interceptions. Just really remarkable, and hot off that game last week where he threw for 275 and 5 touchdowns. And then Elijah Palmer-McCain, who's been running like a beast all season long, averaging over 6 yards a carry himself, really stifled at the line of scrimmage so oftentimes against this Beaver Falls Tigers defense. He scored 4 touchdowns on the ground last week and caught a pass from Smiley, and he was really held in check all evening long. And when you look at Beaver Falls, their record is at 4-4. They are now 3-2 in the 2A Midwestern. But you go through these scores of the games that they played, and you realize this is a really, really good team. And if it wasn't for a couple of plays one way or the other, this team could be undefeated. Think about this for a second. Blackhawk, they won 28-7. We carried that game in week 0. Then they went on to Beaver and lost 31-28 by a mere 3 points. They took on Knock, lost to Knock 27-24, another tight 3-point loss. We carried the game that they had against New Brighton where they rolled 63-20. And then they went to Neshannock and lost by a point, 27-26, rolled over Riverside 41-6. And then with Mohawk, they were winning 12-7 in the fourth quarter, and it was a little bit of a letdown. Mohawk comes back, scores 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and goes on to win 21-12. And then tonight, ultimately, a 42-28 victory over Ellwood City. You could argue that the schedule for Ellwood City, for Beaver Falls rather, is a bit of an easier one rolling through the last 2 games of the season. Next week, they host Freedom. Freedom is 2-5 in the conference coming into tonight. And then they finish up at Western Beaver, that's playing at 3-3. Ellwood City, disappointing loss tonight for them, and they still have Neshannock they have to play next week. That's 6-1 overall and 4-0 in the conference, and they get to wrap up their season against Riverside on December the 27th. And that does it for us, for Bruce Fry, Mike Gazadian, Curtis, and everybody here and back at the studio. We want to thank you very much for listening to Beaver County Radio, following us on line as well, BVP, WMBA, 99.3 FM, 95.7 FM. Thank you so much for being a part of it, Beaver County Radio, and on Facebook, all of you that watched on Facebook as well. We'll do it again next week. Coming up after this Electric Garage Door postgame show, it is the Falcones Moon Township Ford wrap-up show right here on Beaver County Radio.
Thank you for listening to coverage of 2023 high school football here on Beaver County Radio. Coverage of tonight's broadcast was brought to you in part by St. Barnabas Dental and Dr. Peter Montini, Goldberg Persky and White, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George, Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca, Beaver County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Nissan, Keystone Wellness Program, Patriot Home Care, the Grand Valley Inn, the Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver County Career Technology Center, Drug Free Aliquippa, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Moon Township Ford, A.K. Nahas Furniture Gallery, Tri-County McDonald's, Fry Transportation, and Beaver County Radio. And don't forget to check out all the scores and information from this week's game and all games at beavercountyradio.com and on our Facebook page at WBVP-WMBA.